podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
You know the saying, stay hungry, stay humble.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm humble in defeat, and I'm going to remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Saudi Binati Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. Look at it, like, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? It takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. The hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
Good morning, TBV. What up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Tuesday morning it is, and we got a jam-packed show for you. First on the docket, we will be discussing Big Baby Miller possibly receiving a slap on the wrist for his latest negative or positive PD test. People calling it a Canelo-like suspension. Possibility of getting a Canelo-like suspension, you know. We'll see. We'll discuss that. Also at 9:30, we got Javier Capetillo Jr. And at 10:30, we'll have heavyweight Travis Kauffman that is scheduled to be facing Otto Wallin or Valin. I don't know. Otto Wallin. So, yeah, Doomy's boy, you know. So we'll be talking about that. And we got two guests. So, you know, the number to call in is 1425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world by adding Nestor Gibbs. Let me head on out to my co-host, Mr. Lioness. What it do?
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynch is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their claw. There's no one that can match.
Cheers!
The best part of waking up.
It's TBV in your cup. Yo, good morning, man. What can I say, man? Get your cup of coffee ready. If you got that cup of tea across the pond, get that ready. If not, you know, get that cup of mud going, because it's always okay to talk about boxing over her. What's going on with this Big Baby stuff, man? We're back at it again. I seen some of the things you mentioned on the pre-pro, Ness. What's going on here?
I mean, it's looking like Big Baby has a scheduled hearing to decide his fate August 5th in Nevada with the Nevada Athletic Commission. The person in charge who's going to be heading not only the investigation but the hearing is ex-FBI agent, you know, who serves as the executive director in Nevada now, Bob Bennett. We know Bob takes his job seriously. He just indefinitely suspended Julio Cesar Chavez in Las Vegas. So Chavez, it looks like, I mean, the word indefinite means forever, so I don't know. You know, it looks like Chavez can't get a license in Las Vegas, according to Bennett, but also Arizona followed suit, and he's suspended in Arizona now as well. So Bob Bennett, I don't know if it's his FBI background, but definitely taking his job serious. Some audio I'm going to present kind of indicates that Mr. Bennett and Bob Arum were in cahoots. I don't know. I know that sounds negative, but they were in agreements with a voluntary ban for Big Baby before this incident. So because Bob didn't promote Big Baby when he tested in New York, but he had no license, so New York couldn't suspend him, Bob asks Bennett to extend that suspension theoretically. Like, oh, well, he didn't get suspended, so let's just push it back a year. He'll get his license and he'll be clean then. So both Bobs did that, right? Bob Arum vouched for Big Baby. Bob Bennett took the word of his good old friend Bob Arum and expected Big Baby to be clean. Now, the details, which I'm obviously long-winded, but the details are that according to rumored sources, so we have no facts of this. Only thing I can take out of this rumored source is that it sounds believable. It sounds like Big Baby could have leaked the results to someone, or the Nevada Athletic Commission leak the results to someone, because the rumor is he was found with trace amounts of the GW 1516 that equate to 0.3% of a nanogram. Exactly. So, I guess that wasn't my intro because I already went to your intro, right? So we're actually talking about this here. What do you think about that?
We went in from the gate, straight out the gate. No, look, listen, you're right. It's a very small amount that was found. It's and the video that you showed us on the pre-production chat was that exactly. They described exactly what that was. I think it was 1 million nanograms in 1 milligram. And there's no value in taking that amount and having that amount and it benefiting you. Again, like this, the explanation and the source was never. The explanation was given, but the source never was mentioned for obvious reasons. Obviously, I just find that it's still all in speculation because of the simple fact that if you're cycling off, you can be found with less, of the substance on you if you're cycling off. Now, can they prove that? Can they prove any of that? Who knows? That's something that's to be seen at the hearing. Obviously, Big Baby's gonna have to present any of the sports mixes that he got going in his little cabinet, as far as powders and whatever that would contain this GW 1516. Now, you can buy this stuff. This stuff you can actually buy. I read a little bit more on it. It's nicknamed Cardarine. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, not killing it. But it's something that you need at least 10 to 20 milligrams per day for it to benefit you.
Mm-hmm. For 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, 4 to 8 weeks for that.
But doesn't that sound so like the evidence is still very incriminating? You need to be on it for 6 to 8 weeks. Oh, what a coincidence. Training camp is 6 to 8 weeks. You were only found with 0.3 milligrams in terms of trace amounts. Oh, well, you must have been cycling off. But then again, how does it work, right? Because if they say you got to be on it for 6 to 8 weeks, do you do it 6 to 8 weeks before your 6 to 8 week camp so that you go into camp on the first week already clean? I don't even understand. I don't understand this level of cheating. But
hey, what happened?
I would assume what I've already been assuming. Is it trace amounts because it's something that's been left over from long-term habitual use? Is it trace amounts because he was cycling off?
Or it was in a product that he was using.
Exactly. Blended contamination, proprietary blends. John Jones, Pop. I don't know much about the UFC, but
picogram. He was found to have picograms in his system,
which he claims, and it was proven that he took it from a dietary supplement, right?
Don't remember if it was dietary, but
over the counter.
When you're talking, let's just put it this way, right? When you do a picogram compared to a nanogram, I think a nanogram is way smaller. I mean, excuse me, a picogram is smaller, but I could be wrong. It's still a very, very small amount that was found, and it wasn't nothing. It didn't get him in trouble, but it did make him look bad on in the public.
But he was allowed to fight.
Yeah. Well,
eventually he was
card. The thing is that John Jones just had a history around that. Around
as does Big Baby, and this is why I'm saying, is he gonna receive a Canelo-like slap on the wrist suspension because of the trace amounts? Canelo did the same thing. Held the hearing, bro. This is not me. Oh, look, the studies show that it's concurrent with contaminated meat. Boom, they bought it. 6 months suspension. He's back in the saddle. Is that gonna happen to Big Baby? It's like, 0.3. You know I can't do nothing with that. Look at what happened to Dillian White. He had 0. something. UCAD let him live. You know what I mean? Like, why can't I live? You did it with Canelo. Let me live. And that's what my hypothetical. Like, is that gonna be their argument? Their argument being Big Baby and his team.
I'll give it a look. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. A guy that, let's just say, a lot of people think that he's been using, right? He's popped in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, for that Glory tournament, and he got suspended for 9 months. So he's just been around it. And look, the sport's just now it's so much of this crap that it's crazy. It's just, again, it's Big Baby and the succession of events that happen and the way they happen, making them, right now the main target for the PED, the war on PEDs. He still could have just, said, hey, I'm going to take some extra powders. I'm going to try to make up for whatever, it's going to be lost from whatever I was taking before, and I'm just going to fucking try to make up for it, excuse my language, with powders. And some of these powders, like you said, proprietary blends, mixes, you look at the back of the bottle and that's what you see. You don't get really all the ingredients there, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to probably ask for requests to get, their proprietary blend. They call it proprietary because they don't want to let nobody know. So maybe one of these things got in there and he just had, a bad luck, a very, very bad luck. Because if this turns out to be that exactly, everybody went hard on him. I mean, and I don't think that he should be super upset that much because it is kind of crazy, and I would be very happy for him if this was the matter, because his boxing career still can continue, man. And he offers a lot of diversity and different angles to the heavyweight division, man.
So because Rue in the 504 is a Patreon, will address his comment, because I think I find it hilarious. The people question and debate amongst themselves why on this particular channel or in the boxing community altogether, it's a U.S. versus U.K. thing. So look at an American starting the beef. The difference in the tone on this show is telling. When White had his issues, TBV tossed him under the bus, but I guess he meant under the bus. Now you guys are looking for explanations for Miller. And I feel like, wow, for one, your interpretation of what you're listening to is almost alarming. I don't see us looking for explanations. I see new surfaced on a red hot button topic, with a very controversial figure. With a very controversial figure that not only attracts an American audience but a UK audience because of his, what should we call them, transgressions with Anthony Joshua.
Yeah. Look, and I know. Look, you got to go back and listen to the whole episode because I did say that I wanted to see the results. I wanted to see how much was found in the man's system. That tells us so much, and we can take this different ways. Obviously, I was one of the ones in the beginning too to go really hard on him because much is expected of a guy that you believe in, and that you think can do a lot of great things in that heavyweight division. So I was one of the ones that was hard.
Wait a minute. Huh? Before you go down the defense route, let's compare. The situations. I don't know. Did Big Baby Miller pop, go silent, have a secret meeting with Nevada, not tell Jerry Forrest, Top Rank, not tell the sanctioning body, the commission? I mean, none of that happened. So for you or anyone to insinuate we threw Dillian White under a bus, are you forgetting they had a secret meeting? Are you forgetting they didn't notify Oscar Rivas? Are you forgetting Oscar Rivas fought him while the results show that there was some sort of at least contamination, some detection of a substance that you can't put into your body that doesn't belong there? You're going to say we threw him under the bus. None of that was fishy. Or are you just a guy seeking UK residency? Think about it. How are these situations similar? The only thing that makes Big Baby and this situation as shady as that one is that Big Baby's a multiple-time offender. But, so was Dillian White. So I really don't understand. Again, hot button topic, controversial figure, polarizing on both sides of the planet, okay? Whether you're looking at the UK, they in here because this dude tested with AJ and now he tested again. And if you're looking at the Americans, they're in here because this dude tested. There's not been an outcome. We have an August 5th hearing. And again, my man makes for good press conferences, so
Yeah, no, look, Dillian White's just that's I don't know. It's the same topic, but it's a different scenarios. Wish the champ would come on here into the Boxing Voice. I know that everybody would want to hear him speak on a lot of stuff. So shout out to Dillian White. Hope you come on soon, bro. We'd love to have you here.
I seen he liked one of your comments. Did he like your comment or
yeah, my comment on my personal page, but I couldn't get to him through our page. I guess he was still a little pissed off. We probably pissed him off in one of those. But I let him know, man. It's all good, man. We'll smooth that all up, and come on the phone with us, man, on the show, and let the people know how you feel and especially about the fight coming up. I keep looking at the moniker Maximum Violence, so I'm expecting some crazy shit in the ring.
Maximum Violence was in that B sample that they refused to test. That shows a guilty conscience, right? Historically, every fighter that pops tests their B sample. Why? Because they want to show you, no, that positive test result must be contamination. This case was the opposite, yet I'm throwing someone under the bus. It's very hilarious to see the way people's bias, come out without them even knowing. Like, two situations were completely different. Had Big Baby fought and beat Jerry Forrest, then pop. Then we found out he held a meeting with Bob Bennett and Bob Arum, okay, to let him fight, just to beat Jerry Forrest. Then you go dark for 6 months, and you come back 6 months later on a fight where you go 12 rounds and say you were depressed. That's why you was overweight. But this is the same situation. Cool. cool. So anyway, let me bring up some audio from Bob Arum, who obviously doesn't feel this is the same situation. He's calling for some serious punishment.
This way, that if a fighter takes performance-enhancing drugs, getting ready to participate in a fight, that I look at it as attempted murder. Because if he somehow evaded the test, he would go in the ring seriously compromising his opponent, and I believe that would be attempted murder. So what happened in New York, he didn't have a license. The fight had been announced. He was tested dirty, and the fight was off. And when we went to the Nevada Commission to schedule him for a fight, we told the Nevada Commission that, look, if he had been licensed in New York, they would have given him a 1-year suspension. So let's do it ourselves, keep him out for the year. And then
I just want to stop there because instead of having a secret meeting, Bob imposed an unofficial official ban. Did you just hear the audio? You know, we're biased. He posed an unofficial official ban, which Bennett did, and didn't license Big Baby until he had at least a year out of the ring, even though no one suspended him. That's what Americans do. You know, that was the secret. That was the secret meeting that Bob had with Bennett to make sure Big Baby had a punishment. Not a secret meeting to hide a B sample that we never got to find out about. Not a bunch of letters sent out to people who are doing the investigation telling them to stop, cease and desist, you know, before you get sued. Like, chill, champ. You wildin' right now, man. Go visit the Eiffel Tower or some weird shit, man. Go to Paris for some pizza, man. You wildin'. Because, you know, two different situations in my opinion. But anyway.
Nah, Bob said attempted murder. You know what I'm saying? That's hard, you know. That's a hard title to wear. You know, and that could make that makes you look really, really bad. Let me ask you something. Who was Margarito with Top Rank?
Yes, sir.
And didn't he have stone hands in the fight?
And they cut him loose. They cut him loose.
They cut him loose, and immediately after that they cut him loose, or did they have any other fights with him?
They eventually brought him back. You know, when he was licensed to come back, they brought him back, Champy. He fought Cotto a rematch, and he fought Pacquiao. I'm
just trying to see if Bobby's energy is the same.
I mean, yeah, I want to say yeah. You know what I mean? He definitely. Oh shit. Yeah, he definitely. I don't know. He definitely doesn't like cheaters. I could say that. It looks that way, like, you know, from interviews and stuff.
Yeah, because he was never vindicated. You know, Margarito, we found out that he was a cheater, and I don't know, I guess he got his license back, and they said, hey, you know what? You can come over here. You're licensed. You're okay. You're still a cheater, an ex-cheater, but we'll take you. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know why the hard words so much.
They get even harder. Check this out.
Whoa.
He says he's going to be clean. License him, which they did, and then he tested dirty again, and now it's up to the Nevada Commission to determine the penalty, and I believe that it'll either be multi-year or life.
Will you work with him again, Bob, if he isn't banned for life?
If he isn't banned for life, he isn't banned for life, but I believe it'll be a multi-year suspension.
Yeah.
And if you were asking me, would I continue my contract with him, the answer is not in your life. Jarrell Miller will never fight on a top-ranked card.
Yo, so I mean, does that mean that? Well, he said he'd never fight. He didn't only stop at he won't continue his contract. He said he'll never fight on a top ranked card. Because I was almost about to slide in. Well, could James Prince put him in there as a free agent? You know what I'm saying? But nah. He even said you can't fight on a top ranked card. So only way Big Baby gets back in the good graces of Bob is this August 5th meeting. We have a super chat from Big Super Mex in Plainview, Texas. Good morning, champ. Be safe on the road. Shout out to all the truck drivers. Let me see. I got a new horn here. Nah.
Hey, what happened?
What is that? Too foggy?
Nah, it sounded like. It sounded all right. We're gonna have to let the TVV
truck drivers. They gonna have to
yes.
decide. We got let me see where the other one is so they can hear them at the same time. Then I guess, well, not the same time, but like okay. I feel like this one is more train.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it's more like a train.
That air horn is serious.
But yeah, man, Supermax with the super chat says Miller should have told Bob he's afraid of needles to remember how much Bob Father defended that for his cash cow. Hashtag same energy question mark. So basically, for those that don't know and don't follow the sport, good enough. He's talking about when Bob Arum used to defend Manny Pacquiao in public because Manny Pacquiao's excuse for not wanting to do stringent, random and drug and blood urine testing was he was afraid of needles. Meanwhile, he had tattoos back then, but we never understood it. But yeah, this is where we are. So we got about 2 minutes to get Javier Capetillo. I'm trying to get him on Skype. He looks like he got a droid. So droid. Hopefully, yeah. What? Yeah, he looked like he got a droid. Chill.
He believed the hype.
Chill, Capetillo. Nah, he's coming on. I don't know if he's going to have Skype, so we might have to do phone call, and that's okay.
Hit him with the cantinflas.
Yo, look at Big Nick. Ness, can you please do your research? Dillian did have an A and B sample, and he was cleared of that basis. Brother, it is public knowledge that they never tested the B sample. All right, so just stop it. Like, UK dudes are like horrible, man. Like,
not but like it really is.
At least Bob is here saying, yo, he'll never fight on a card again.
Isn't it a joke?
He's not saying, yo, he's an American. Chill, guys. You guys, like, they don't care. It's like, no, my man bombed the building. No, he's from the UK. It's okay. No, it's not, bro. Like, it's not cool, bro. Like, you're wrong, you're wrong. You're right, you're right. You come clean, you come clean. You don't, you don't. Like, all that matters, man. All that matters.
Isn't that like a joke though?
What
like
you mean? I didn't read
the B
sample. I read the whole message. What's this guy talking about? Talking about I refuse to read Super Mess's message.
Who said that?
Some Joe Lasasi.
Who? Oh, Joe.
Little Joe.
Come on.
Joe from Long Island.
Come on.
Joe from Long Island, man. Let me text Capetillo. It's looking like we gonna go old fashioned. I wonder how old is George. Come on, how you ain't got Skype, George? He got it.
Got the Skypey. He got the Skypey. We need that clear communications.
Man. I said George. George is scheduled for next week. That's the cousin. That's the one that works in the bubble. Right? We got Javier today, the son, not the father. Come on. Yo, y'all remember that video. Why Marky Mark thought he was extra tough? I mean, at least he ended up doing the fighter, so it all worked out in retrospect. And he's done some pretty damn good action movies. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he's an A-lister, right?
No, he's super A-list. He's beyond A-list, bro. Like, I don't really know what he makes, you know what I mean, per movie, but he's that dude. You know what I'm saying? He's made some very good movies all around, man. And you know, he writes too, and he directs. He does it all. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that Entourage was serious. That's serious.
oh yeah, he did do that. He did do that. That's crazy.
He used to do cameos on it all the time.
Yeah.
How the intro go?
Yo, I don't even know. I don't even know. But that was one of my favorite HBO shows, bro. Like that was the birth of Archie. What was it? Don't help me. Ari Gold. Oh my
Ari
God.
Gold.
That character. That
type of hustle is motivating. Yeah.
Listen, that character, because of the birth of Ari Gold, that actor got big. Like he got big. You know, he later did the movie with Common, and was it Taraji in that movie or Alicia Keys? Alicia Keys.
Yeah, Ace of Spades, right?
Whoa, fire! That was a fire movie. That was a fire movie. So let's see. We're just waiting on Javier to send me the email to plug him up here. Hopefully he don't do like who we had yesterday. Did they try to do it on our own? He tried and he went to the wrong Skype.
Oh, was it Lenny?
Lenny. Somebody hit me up about Lenny. Like, yo, man, shout out, man. You had Lenny on. I can't even remember who, but they was like, you know, they like him as a trainer and whatnot.
Bro, Lenny the champ.
Yeah, Lenny.
He the champ. These are the minds. These are the chess players.
Jeremy Pivens, that is something like that. Jared Lloyd says, Hamburger Miller has to take drugs to beat on pedestrians. He is the ultimate bumlord. At least Bumlord Crawford beats on pedestrians drug-free. That is true. That is true. Yo, if I'm Gerald Washington though, I'm trying to get my where did that fight happen? Just to keep it in context, let me Google Jared real. Got a text?
Gerald Washington.
Okay. Damn, Javier, where is he? He said, I'm not sure, but try to. All right, let's see, man. We want to get you on, champ. Let's see here. Bam. That's him. Let's go. Bam. All right. All you got to do is open that.
Vamos, campeón. We're going to bring the Cantinflas right now.
Call it dead silence. One day we're going to be big enough to have a producer do all this in the back end, and it's like, boom, he just pops up. And we like, hey, Javier.
Shout out to Mac MF Trail. Says, don't forget about the gloves.
Is he talking? But he talking about Dillian White gloves. But yeah. That was insane, bruh. My man fought Oscar Rivas with gloves that were not approved by the commission.
Oh, true. Yo, Carlitos is really saying that it was tested. The B sample was tested.
Okay, he said, Carlito, you a Patreon. Send me the link. Why you want me to Google it? Mr. Patreon, send the link, champ. Google it. Hilarious.
He said I just Googled it.
Yeah. Google. Send me the link. All right. But yeah. So, do we see Javier on there? Did he jump in?
No.
Why you turning into pirate mode right now?
Me matey. Yo, turned into a pirate.
Right, so I'm hitting them up. I hit him. It's ringing.
Yo, you hit him with the Liu Kang kick. Yeah, man. So, Big Baby, man. Just gonna have to say, leave it for August 5th. You know, he is gonna have his day in court. You know, and the commission's gonna decide. What
do you think? What do you think? If the rumor is true and it's 0.3 nanogram and that's the trace amounts, is it a slap on the wrist? Do they go with the indefinite suspension like they went with Chavez?
Hell no. Check it. This is my point of view, right? And I'm the same guy that was trying to, I wasn't trying to do nothing. I was just very upset that he would mess up like this, and I ended it with like, wait till the results come. So this is a very, very small amount. And even if we're going to go ahead and take the guilty route and say, hey, he was cycling off, I mean, come on, you can't just put a man's life and career up on like, a what if. If they can prove that it was because he was cycling off, then it's another subject. But if they can't prove that, I don't think that he should be, crucified, on the media. If it would have been higher levels and it would have been obvious obvious, grounds for ban and all that other stuff, if it would have been higher, he would have been caught red-handed. But I mean, come on. I mean, you really think that you start to really think about it, like, would he really still be using it, especially if it was like a warm-up fight, quote unquote, for him? Would he still been doing all that? I don't know. That's for you to decide, right? Everything falls on speculation. It's what you can prove. So it's a small amount. What I say, hit him with the testing throughout his fighting, extensive testing, and then let him continue his career. I mean, it was such a small amount. But we got Mr. Capetillo. What's up, champ?
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys.
What's going on? How's everything?
Good. How about yourself?
Good.
Pretty good, man. Glad to have you on.
So first and foremost, man, thanks for coming on the show. Long overdue. Thank you for letting us use the gym back in 2017, man. So tell us what's been going on with you. I know you train, is it Flavio?
Yes, correct. Flavio Rodriguez.
He had a tough out the last time, man. He should have got that decision. What's going on with him? Is he coming back?
Yeah, we're looking maybe in September. His manager's trying to get him in hopefully in a Leo Santa Cruz card, but we're still kind of it's still up in the air. But September or late September or early October, it might happen.
And who else are you working with? Before we move on, is your gym open? Are you able to still train Rodriguez? Is he staying in his house? Like, what's going on because of this pandemic situation?
No, it was open. Well, they're shutting down again. We shut down again. This week is the last week we stay open in the mornings, and then I'm going complete shutdown. I have a kid, Luke Santamaria. He's fighting August 8th. It's really like hush still. Like, his contracts are signed, everything is through PC. But we're waiting until we're 100% green light to say exactly all the information. But it will be televised. A 10-round fight. We're fighting Micah Fox, 6 foot, 3.5.
Yeah, Lantes Fox brother. Oh, shit. Bro, he can box, and he was robbed by, Shishkin, I think? That last fight, bro, we even had Salito on the show. I'm like, you going to give him a rematch? You're like, not now. He can box. He just don't got the power. That family don't got power, man. Wow, correct. Damn. How tall is your guy? He's tall. They call the Twin Towers.
My guy ain't that tall, but I mean, my kid's coming from beating Willie Jones, which was about 6 feet tall, and then also he's always fought pretty tall guys. He also fought Marquise Taylor, and they gave him a majority draw in Vegas.
So Javier, Santa Maria is gonna fight Michael Fox, right?
Right. No, it's Santa Maria's fighting Fox, right? Michael Fox.
And what weight is that going to take place at? Because Michael Fox is ranked as a welterweight now.
Yeah, 147. Yeah, both of them. I got welterweights. I got Luke Santa Maria. I've been with him since he was 16 years old. I turned him pro in Mexico, actually.
Well, no, the reason I ask is because last that I remember, all of Michael Fox's fights have been at 140, and then we started to see him ranked at 47, and I didn't really know when that took place. But let me see if he might have had something that I didn't know of.
No, I believe this is his first fight at 147, if I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy.
He did at 142, 140, 143. 135 he fought at one time. I don't know how. That kid's huge. tall.
So
Yeah, they're both super tall.
what's Santa Maria's style like? And the guy that I'm talking about is Shoshanan
Right.
That fight,
I think he's Russian, but I don't,
did you watch that fight?
yeah, I've studied some of his fight. He took it to him. You know, he was on him, and I think that's what that pressure and the inside work is what made a difference. I know the kid takes a punch. He did get caught with a few punches. I told my guy, we're not knocking him out. We're there for the 10 rounds. It's not going to be an easy fight. We fought Marquise Taylor, and he's very crafty. So he has that kind of style, but just taller. And I think Marquise Taylor had a little more pop behind his punch than this kid does.
And this is PBC, you said?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Wow. And let me see Santa Maria. Wow. I never heard of Santa Maria. Who did he fight last?
Willie Jones.
Willie Jones in Texas. We went to his hometown and got the decision.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about him? Mexican style? Is he gonna bring pressure? Or do you not want to give away game plan? Because you're already saying he's short, so he got to get on the inside. Can he cut distance?
Yeah, that's Luke. It's can't tell you it's a Mexican style because he's not. He could brawl, but he's a boxer. He can fight you in the left hand stance, southpaw, as well as a right hand. He's very talented. Laterals. I mean, he's not gonna come straight forward. So there's a lot of things. Luke is that kind of kid that, for me personally, as a coach, and I'm sure all the coaches out there, he's intelligent. He could adjust to whatever situation we got to do or whatever game plan. Those kids, we train for every style. Lefty, righty. I don't care if it's a boxer, if it's a brawler. He could adjust immediately. So that's definitely a great opportunity for us because this kid is ranked above us. He's got 22 fights. We're coming in with 12, but that's what we want. We want to move up. It's time for him to move up.
Now, I hate to word it this way, but
No,
Flavio was everything you said he was. He gave a great fight. So if we would have took your word on it, we could have bet and made money, but he got robbed. It wasn't a fair decision, and that's the problem with boxing. Is this kid that is so inexperienced, bro? The only thing he got going for him is that you turned him pro. So those fights in Mexico, you watched the development, you put him in. But if I didn't have you on the show and I didn't know you trained this guy, I'm looking at this guy as food for Michael. I mean, he's got 10 less fights. Like the experience. I mean, he's fought. Look at the level of opposition too. Don't get me wrong. You obviously. Back in 2018, started turning it up to guys that are really experienced with more fights on their resume. But, man, he ain't been in there with a fox. So you must see something, or was the payday that important at this point? I mean, I know you mentioned ranking. Is it the ranking? Because this seems like a jump, Javier.
Yeah. No, it's if the problem, the fights in Mexico, the only reason they happened there, really, one, he was underage. So, okay, we were going to move him a little bit. He was 17 when he started. That one loss we had was, yes, they robbed us there. But, he was 17 years old, and he fought a way bigger guy. We won that fight, but they robbed. It is what it is. I couldn't change it over there. And after that, we fought Lee. Lee was 3-0. He was a PBC prospect, and we came in as the B side. I think it was his third or fourth fight. He was a 3-0. You'll see it then in the box rec. And everybody, you guys are gonna lose. You guys are not gonna, why are you taking that risk? I told him, I know what I got. I know what this kid can do. Flavio's and just real quick, Flavio's a great fighter. He's great fighter. But I've seen, like you said, Luke. Luke is almost like that relationship more as a father-son, even though, I've had him since he was 16. So I know what Luke is capable of doing, his what he's got, and how far I could push him. So when we fought Lee, we beat him. We got the win. Then we went into manager problems. What happened with Luke? I had told the people that had him in his gym training. I told him, hey, you guys should sign him. This kid is really good. We signed. We had a fallout. They started acting very shady. They tried to separate us, like, oh, you guys shouldn't be together. They said they would, stop us. That when there, and I told Luke, Luke, he was about 17. Oh no, he had just turned 18. He was 18 already. They tried to, they signed him without trying to be sneaky. How they signed him after I, told them. They went and tried to sign him without his dad or mom being present. Then they tried to tell the mom and dad, oh, he's 18. You guys don't need to be here. They got upset because the kid only wanted to sign 3 years as opposed to 5 years. And obviously I had advised the kid, do 3 years, man. If you're happy, you continue after that. They weren't happy with it. And then the following day they came and told me, what are you going to do? I said, I'm not the manager. You are, dude. I'm just, you're acting very shady with me. You're mad. Like, you didn't even tell me you were going to sign him. I told you to sign him. You didn't have to tell me, but at least give me a heads up, like, out of courtesy. Hey, Javier, we're going to bring the commission today. We're going to sign. Oh, cool, man. When you don't hide nothing, you got nothing to hide. In their case, they were very sneaky. It was 9 o'clock at night when the commissioner came in, everything. So we went through a battle with that. We're finally out of that. We're happy. We're moving forward. And that's when I was able to bring him back to the United States. But if you see his last 2 fights, when I brought him back and we were able to fight here, he fought a 10-1 Marquise Taylor. He's not an easy guy. And then he fought Willie Jones, 7-1. And Willie Jones came in with the Charlo brother, Lions Promotions. So we're on the B side, and we still got the win. So that's what Luke brings. He's a style that, how can I describe him? I don't want to say Crawford, but because of Crawford being lefty and righty, so natural, that's kind of how I see Luke in a way, that style. But as far as people betting, no, I would never tell anyone to bet because I know how the sport is, and anything could happen. Absolutely,
of course. But you mentioned that you won't be getting the knockout. That you guys are there for 10 rounds. You don't think he can stop Fox because of what you've seen the Russian not be able to do?
Not necessarily just the Russian, but a few fights that I've seen him. The kid could take a punch. The thing is, we got to take out his legs first. Can the knockout happen? Absolutely. But you got to wear out the legs first so he's able to come down and bring down the head. But he's a tall kid. You got to catch him with a flush shot to be able to catch him. And he's all he has to do is pick himself up and you won't catch him no more. But the body doesn't move.
But so, is your guy going to be relentless? Because, I feel like it's going to take some of that to get in there and cut that distance. Like, Fox is going to be pivoting and throwing that jab. That's what he loves to do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. We have the stamina for 10 rounds, for 12 rounds. We're looking at this that we're going to fight, 15 rounds like the old fighters did. My dad's very old school, and we always have that mentality. We're still training like for 15 rounds.
So what else you got cooking? Any other fighters? Anything else? No bubble action for you in terms of any of your fighters going to Top Rank?
No, well, Top Rank, I'm not with Top Rank. I'm compared to Top Rank, actually we are. I just got a letter from them. I gotta let them know who's in the camp. If they stay, are we having a camp and are we staying in a gym or where are we staying? Who's the people that are close to Luke Santa Maria? Do they go home? Who lives in their house? Their kids,
Real thorough, huh?
Right, everything. And then we got to give them contacts and everything. They're going to give us we're going to be testing soon. And if it's more than 5 people that are close to Luke Santa Maria, they'll put us like on a high risk. So they'll have another fighter on standby in case, anybody was to be positive. So the fight doesn't, in case the fight falls through, they have someone else to replace. So yeah, they're getting pretty, they're starting to ask us all those questions just now.
And what kind of precautions do you take, Coach, in order to avoid this COVID stuff? A lot of the fights have been canceled because of it. Herring had it canceled twice. How do you cope with that?
Well, right now we're checking temperatures. We're wearing masks. We're disinfecting everything as soon as we use it. So when I don't have to work mids, I don't, and it mostly I only have those two fighters, my two pros, and then the other people that were coming in, the other kids, my amateurs. It's only about 4 or 5 right now because like I said, I shut everything down in the evenings, so there's no one really coming in right now. And our gym's it's a decent size, so there's plenty of room to stay apart from each other. So obviously go home and we don't go out much. I stay home. There's a lot of stuff to work on. The wives will find all kinds of stuff to do in the house.
You ain't lying.
We got some questions, as you know, from the people. The first one is from David Maldonado. This should be interesting as you're Mexican. He wants to know your top 5 favorite Puerto Rican champions of all time.
Top 5. Oh, well, definitely Tito Trinidad is there. That's one that comes to mind right away. Ivan Calderon. I think Miguel Cotto's in there too. Miguel Cotto was a good champion as well. Was it Fido Benitez?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot more. There's so many more. Puerto Rico has so many.
I actually don't know how many more.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Come on, Chip.
Hell yeah. That's macho time, Hell
yeah. Yeah, man. You can't forget about Hector, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yep.
All right, let me see what's the next one. We got James Valdez from San Antonio that says, who do you have in the gym right now that you feel is headed for great fights in the near future?
Lucas Santamaria. I think he's soon. Like you said, we've been under the radar. I mean, it hasn't been an easy road. We've been going through a lot of obstacles, and a lot of people not not trying to, I don't know if this kid should get a shot, but we're gonna get there soon. So I think Luke will be one.
All right, we got George in Dallas Fort Worth says, do you think Canelo is pound for pound number 1?
I think pound for pound, I think he's a great fighter. He's come a long way. He's the money man. No question about that. His skills have improved a lot, So there's a lot of good fighters out there, though. I say there's I like Lomachenko. He's one of them. I like Crawford. I like Crawford's style as well, as much as I like Errol Spence Jr. And but as far as the kind of like the Mayweather of our time, I would say it's Canelo. Yeah, absolutely.
Canelo. All right, I got the next one there. It's coming out from the UK. Says Carlitos from the UK. It says, "What's good, coach? You training Ruiz for his fight with Arreola?"
Nah, that's your cousin, right?
He's confusing me for my cousin, and I don't think he's training him. He was just there for a little bit, like visiting, and that was it.
Carlitos, you heard it. That's el primo.
We actually got George Jorge scheduled next week. I think Wednesday. Let me double check.
All right. The next one's coming from Sway. I don't know if Ness knows where Sway's from because we're telling New York. Sway from New York says, "What's good, coach? What are your top 3 fights you've seen, whether live or on TV?"
Top 3 fights that I've seen. I mean, I love the Chico Corrales Castillo fight. That was a great fight for me. Shoot, any fight Manny Pacquiao's in, I like, because we've always come in with doubt, like, oh, he's not gonna pull this one off, and then he does it, So,
what'd you think about the Keith Thurman? Where you thought he was gonna pull it off?
You know what? I kind of did, because of Keith Thurman coming back from that injury and stuff. You know, he was out for a minute. So I thought maybe with the speed, it's just Pacquiao, he's very awkward. People don't realize how he's not a great style. He's just awkward. So you can't figure out his style. You know, you'll come, Marcus 4 fights to figure out how to put that punch in. And even then, he was, the papers were turning after Pacquiao got up from that the third round or fourth round knockdown. He got up and the papers were turning. You know, he got him. You know, it's just Marcus caught him good. That was another one of my great fights. And recently Andy Reeves with Joshua, the first one, that had me screaming. You know, because he comes back from getting dropped with a
that had everybody screaming, bro. That was crazy. That was so unexpected.
Yeah, I think the whole boxing world stood up on that fight,
bro. So when is that fight with Mikel supposed to be in August? You said what? 20 what?
8.
Oh, 28. Damn, that's a long time.
No, August 8th is
August 8th. I thought you said
yes,
28th.
right.
28th. Okay, August 8th. Okay. Cause I'm excited now, man. Imagine if your guy wins. Wow, that's like a huge leap. Like that's half the amount of fights, you know, and that's a dude coming out of nowhere. That's gonna be interesting. Cause I know Fox trains very hard. He's not like his brother. You know, no disrespect to Alontes, but you know, I just feel like maybe Michael takes it a lot more serious, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
Hadouken! Yeah, no. We definitely know we're in for a fight. Like I told Luke, I never lied to my fight, and I like to tell him, hey, it's not an easy fight, man. You know, this is a great opportunity. But we got to go in there with everything. You know, you got to go take it from them. You can't go in there and try to, let's see what the judges think. I mean, you got to beat them every round because, like you said, anything can happen. You know, there's judges that might see we beat them every round. They still might see that it was a draw.
Yeah.
That
would be unfortunate, man. If he gets the win and doesn't get the win, that's the horrible part of the sport, bro.
But you know what? I'll be honest. PBC's always been pretty fair with us. You know, I really don't have nothing bad to say about them. You know, so I thought we could have won. You know, in Vegas against Marquise Taylor. But at the end of the day, for me to say, oh, we've been robbed by people, nah. You know, like I said, we beat their prospect when we were 3-0, and that was a PBC fighter who was actually being taken care of, and you know, we won. We went in there and we won. We got the decision. So I can't, I don't think they would do something, but anything could happen. Anything could happen.
All right. The next one coming from Ryan O'Rourke in the UK says, what up, coach, from UK Liverpool? The guy's giving big PED Miller an out because it's a trace amount. If he had been tested a week before, the results could have been bigger. What do you believe this is? Is this the right ban for a multiple times offender?
They want to ban them for life?
Yeah, he's asking,
there is no... We don't know yet. His hearing is August 5th, but the new news is that allegedly it was only 0.3 nanograms trace amounts found of the GW 1516. So we're just hypothetically having the conversation that because it's so low, are they going to give him a slap on the wrist? Are they going to do like Canelo? You know, Canelo popped for clenbuterol, but the trace amounts were so low, they only gave him 6 months suspension. So we're just debating that.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, I think it's the multiple times that their people are kind of looking at that it's 3 times. You know, if it was 1 and then the second time came out low, it'd probably be like, I mean, but again, I don't think they should ban him for life. I think they should maybe test him more continuously, get a little stricter. And, it's like, for instance, my dad had that incident with the illegal hand wrap. When we go and wrap hands, we got 3 commissioners on us. You know,
Damn.
Shit. You know, I wasn't even in that room that day, but I got 3 commissioners on me now. My cousin, same thing. You know, he's a Capetillo. He's gonna fucking have the 3 commissioners.
Yeah, the name carries that situation now.
Right, and I'm cool with that. You know, I don't care. I mean, you know, it doesn't bother me no more. Actually, I'm used to it. You know, so
was there a time that it offended you?
No, I don't think it's never offended me. I know that that's just part of the show. You know, they got to get more stricter. You know, when something goes wrong, we just even in our lives. Look at us now. Now we're wearing masks, cleaning our hands. Before we didn't wash our hands, probably. Now we're more conscious.
No, you're right, bro. I actually got like sanitizer on my desk now. It's crazy. I'm always sanitizing now. And I'm in my own house, bro. My girl got hand sanitizers everywhere. When you walk in the door, there's one by the dresser, one in my office, one in the bathroom. She ain't playing.
The next one's coming from Newark, New Jersey. Capetillo is peace, coach. No questions. I just wanted to give you and your team a shout out from Newark, New Jersey. King Amin.
Thank you very much.
And the next one's coming from JMac504. He says, "Keep up the great work, coach." You know, big shout out to you, coach.
That's New Orleans.
And we have George Foster, which I believe is in the UK, from Manchester. He says, "What's your opinion on the Big Baby Miller situation? What do you think is a suitable punishment?" I think you pretty much covered that on the last question.
I think you got to refresh. Before Foster, we got B-Lo from Phoenix, Arizona. Says, "Thanks for taking the time and coming on TBV. What's the 3 big fights as a boxing fan you want to see post C19? So after this is all over, what 3 fights most do you want boxing to give you?"
Well, I think we got some great fights coming. I mean, the Lomachenko against
Teofimo?
Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo Lopez. There you go.
El Hondureño.
I love that fight. I think it's gonna be fireworks. You know, it's gonna be a great fight. Oscar Valdez Barchet. Oscar Valdez against Barchet. I think that'll be a good fight too. And I mean, just because of so much talk about it, and honestly, I think why not? They're champs. Errol Spence against Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford just getting older. You know, that'll be a great fight to see. But those are the 3 fights I would like to see. And obviously in the heavy, there's more. I mean, the heavyweights, you know, there's a lot of great fights there.
So the last one is from George Foster. He obviously edited because you already answered his. And he said, where does Canelo rank in the list of all-time Mexican greats? And that's George Foster from Manchester, UK.
I put him in the top 5. Top 5. Yeah, in the top 5. I would put him in the top 5. I think Canelo, to me, it's been a kind of like a money fighter. Not really. You know, Mexicans, we're used to seeing wars. Like, why do you think we got excited with Andy Reid? You know, falling and getting up and then showing you win, coming back with winning with the heart. Now, with that said, coach, you don't always want your fighter to be in those kind of fights. You know, you want him to just outbox everybody and get paid. So Canelo's done that. But when he fought Mayweather, yeah, he was young. You know, when he fought Lara's question, there's a few fights, you know, that are kind of, but nevertheless, a win's a win. You know, and if I'll take a win, I don't care if there's controversy on the win. Hey, you know what? We want, not my call. As a coach.
Coach, so how did you have that Castillo Mayweather 1?
You know what? I think Castillo, I don't know if it's because I was biased, man, Mexican American, but I saw Castillo win the first fight. But Mayweather came back and showed why he was Mayweather. He destroyed him, you know?
For sure. So the gym in LA, that's East LA, right? If you want to give out
Correct.
the address too, I know it's shut down right now, but whenever it opens up, what's the address?
The address is 4609 East Cesar Chavez Avenue, Los Angeles, California, zip code 90022. We're just east, a block east of the 710 freeway, and about a block, 3 blocks from the Maravilla projects west.
Now, how long have you guys been there? Because I want to, I'm hoping the story is
a little over 3 years.
Okay.
Going years.
So I was thinking that was gonna be like, the you guys have passed it down, but you've actually switched locations.
Yeah, well, my father never really had a gym, a place to stay. I mean,
Really?
he ran a few gyms. Yeah, no, he's always been from different gyms in LA, all over. He just, we just go in.
You would figure with all the success of Margarito, he had a home base.
Right. Well, he's always been that way. He's always gone wherever he wants to go and spar, because you got sparring all over. So in LA, so if you have a gym, it's kind of hard because to get out, you got to run your business. And to go for sparring, sometimes it's hard to find someone to leave there while you go out and spar, So it makes it a little hard. And he's always been one to wherever he wanted to go. And, he would go and spar that people there and then go to another gym, spar them there, depending on what fight was coming up.
Was your dad with Margarito when he fought Paul Williams?
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
Wow, damn! I watched that fight live. Jesus, that was a war. That was a war.
Oh yeah.
That was a war, man. Paul and Margarito went at it. Well, listen, Javier, man, I want to thank you obviously for your time and for coming on the show. We want to get you back on. Let's set something up. Text me, the times that we go on, so let me know when Santa Maria is available and when we could get him on. Have him set up a Skype, and absolutely would love to talk. Does he speak English?
Yeah, no. Yeah, he speaks English. Yeah.
Perfect. We would love to get him on and see his mindset because we know Michael Fox very well around. He's actually a friend of the show, so I'm personally invested now in this fight. I was always gonna watch Michael fight, but now it's like, he's got it versus a Capetillo fighter, so I'm definitely interested. So yeah, we would love to schedule him. Give out any social media that you want to give out, and then thank you again for coming on, brother.
Thank you. Well, I'm at my Instagram is at Cape.junior, I believe. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, you could always Google Javier Capetillo Jr. Instagram, and Instagram helps you. I mean, Google helps you guys.
My pictures, I got a Green Bay Packers shirt and a King Corso with a boxing glove. I'm playing with my dog.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, Javier, man, thank you again. And we look to get you back on. Remember, hit me up with the availabilities of Santa Maria. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. World-renowned trainer Javier Capetillo Jr. And we plan on getting his cousin George, who was training Andy for about a week, on the show as well on Thursday. He's scheduled for Thursday, I think 10:30 a.m. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest. Bro, if we didn't know Javier, we would be on BoxRec like, they're giving Michael a tune-up. It's his first fight at welterweight. This his tune-up. This is what I'm saying, And I know there's people that are like, damn, Ness don't get over that. But yeah, I don't get over it because we all need education. So when people complain of the interviews, it's just like, bro, you're like a slow man. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you want to learn more? We would have I personally would have ridiculed Luis Santamaria. I just would have. It's the truth. My man has been fighting in Lucas. He's been fighting in Mexico. I would have been like, bro, he just fought. Like, I would have counted it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm like, do me in his 8th fight, he fought an 0-2 fighter, please. Michael Fox all day. I would have been talking crazy. But
Now
we know. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Word is born.
No, but it's half the battle.
The more you know.
Listen, it's half the battle because now that fight becomes more interesting. Is Michael still the A side? Absolutely. Is Michael still the favorite? Of course. He got 10 more fights. You know what I mean? But it became that much more interesting because if Lucas is somehow that guy that could cut down 10 fights worth of experience and get in there with what I consider a decent boxer. He's a decent boxer, you know what I mean? What's his knockout? That's the problem with the Fox, man. I wish they had Pot. Damn, he got 22 fights and 5 KOs.
Yeah, now he has way more fights, so it's gonna be
no, this is interesting. Now I'm interested. Plus Javier, bro, he be in the chat. Like my man actually listens. You know what I mean? He be listening to all the interviews. So I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I'm invested, especially now that this is his fighter, because. You know, look, if I didn't know Javier, right, we would be saying, yo, man, is this a payday? But how much of a payday is it in a pandemic? So it's like they really think they could beat Fox. I'm so interested now.
This is the opportunities that I keep saying that are happening, man.
I'm happy because it's like, oh, snap. I wasn't expecting to hear this on the interview. I had no clue. Not only that, if Mario would have been on who's taking a vacation, he would have been all excited. Oh, my God, he breaking news because that's not out there. This is not even on BoxRec.
No. Things are already signed up, like Coach said. Yeah. But, the new news broke here, and that's
he's no longer 140, Miller. He's moving up to 147 now. So, yeah. Hopefully, he gets some power. But the brother was at 54 and 60. And, didn't have, knockout power in either division. So, I just hope it's not genetics. Like even if he moves up, he's not bringing up no power because 5 knockouts is 5 knockouts.
Yo, huge shout out to Coach Capetillo for breaking the news here on TBV.
Yeah, man. That's been happening a lot. That's been happening a lot. You need a fader. You got to fade out. Some of your bites cut off abruptly, like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I just. This is the first time I let it go that far.
I got the fader. I fade out, fade in, fade out, fade in.
Call me. I got the volume down. That's my fade button.
So we got next Travis Kauffman. Remember Travis? Actually, Valing hit me up yesterday. So, I don't know what's the best day because we already got 2 people tomorrow.
I know you're not murdering my man's name. Did you just say violin?
Nah, but we should start calling him violin. If he didn't do good in that Tyson Fury fight, we could have definitely called him violin.
We could call him violence, auto violence.
Remember we used to call crab and lobster? Yo, that's stuck,
man. He got mad at us, man.
Bro, that's stuck. Yeah, I think he did get mad. I think he listened to the show and all of a sudden he's like, nah, brother, I'm not mad. I'm just on vacation. I'm like,
Tell the champ to come back, man.
I'm like,
we just kidding.
That's why I just want to get to Howard Stern level because then they can't get mad. It's like, yo, how you get mad? This is entertainment, bro. Like we can't just be sitting around here calling you just Velasquez and
like if anything,
how we gonna keep an audience?
The joke's on us, right? We can't pronounce your name.
Yeah, how we gonna keep an audience if everything we do is like, no, man. It's gotta
and guess
be
what? Because of Crab and Lobsters, everybody on our platform knows who you are.
Exactly.
And they respect you as a fighter. So
they do.
Come on back, champ.
We even argue that you dropped Terrence Crawford.
I don't get it.
We dropped.
So Otto Wallen is going up against who? Kauffman. Yeah, this is
Travis.
Yeah,
Travis is durable.
Yeah, Travis ain't no joke.
Remember, Luis Ortiz couldn't knock him out. So.
A good point. Did he get hit by some heavy shots in that fight by Luis Ortiz?
I mean, it's a fight. I'm sure he got hit. I know it was on the undercard of a Wilder fight, wasn't it? I think Wilder Brazil maybe, and then Luis Ortiz Kauffman on undercard or something. I don't even know, but
is this his return fight though? Post pandemic and all that. Like,
oh hell
what?
yeah, for Kauffman, absolutely. But this is the thing. This is another fight I'm invested in, man. And we'll find out more, obviously, from both interviews. We still haven't settled on a date. I was looking, and it looks like tomorrow we book. That's Kauffman. Let me see what he's saying.
Chip. Yeah, Kauffman, his last fight was against Luis Ortiz, and that was in 2018. Now, the last I heard of Travis, man, he was hit with the pandemic pretty hard. I seen him wheezing and stuff like that. But he made it out of that, so we're happy, very happy about that. Maybe he can share some of that with us.
I got so many questions, bro, because, Nazeem Richardson number he don't even answer, and it's not disconnected. I remember last time we had Kauffman on, he said, that he was all right, but he was feeling sick. But I want to see if he's in the corner. Remember, Nazeem Richardson is Kauffman's trainer. Is that still happening? Did he train? Did he change trainers? Is he training in Texas? Did he come to Philly? If he's in Texas and Nazeem is in there, is he gonna go to Ronnie? Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Probably gonna stay in PA. He lives in PA, right?
Nah, he in Texas, bro.
Oh man, don't mess with Texas.
Yeah, yo, this is my man's, man. I made this connect when I went to see Charlo, when they gave me quote unquote the day pass. And I went to the gym. And I went to their gym. I had linked up with
They didn't ask you to spar?
Nah.
You ain't tried to jump in there? You was trying to be in Lions in the camp?
Hell no, bruv. Hell no.
Yo, Lions in the camp. Let me get 3 rounds, Charlo. Hit him like, yo, you can get 6.
Hell no, bruv. Listen, after seeing what they did to Red Catch, you got to be careful who you spar, man.
Nah, but yo, that's so true. Look, man, look. Let me tell you something. You train, you spar like you box, and it's a lot of the times. Obviously, there's sessions where you're not doing all that, that aggression. But I remember when I was getting ready for that championship that I won, man. And shout out to Coach Hawk, man. He was constantly bringing me work for that, and he had me on some next level aggression. Like, he wanted me to and I had guys bloodied up. I was knocking guys out in sparring, and it translated into the fight, man. So sometimes you just got to go hard.
Yeah, right. It translated into you not being able to get sparring is what I remember.
That's true too.
And then it also.
But I didn't. But I wasn't.
Then it also translated into a bad mentality, because then when I start taking you to get sparring with pro fighters and not fucking amateurs,
I wasn't training.
Things was different. You weren't knocking nobody out, champ. You was getting blue lips.
Call me Blue Lips. Yo, shout out to Adam Lopez, Blue Nose. You call me Blue Lips if you say so. It was my mouthpiece color. Nest Lion. Man, there's levels to that.
Everybody was like, yo.
Border Wars is opening up pretty soon. You better start training.
Border Wars opening up. My man just said the gym's shutting down in L.A. Bruh, Texas shut down. Florida shut down. L.A. shutting back down. Bruh. Nah, man, we got to get over this. I'm not even worried about that. You know what I mean?
Wow. Border Wars by the end of the year, you think? Maybe.
Hopefully. Shake the rust off, know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, gotta get in the ring, bro.
Bruh, you ain't fight in 3 years.
Yeah, because you injured me.
You duck goose, man. That's what they call you.
I had to pull out of the Izzy fight.
You had the exhibition with you had the Gervonta Davis Red Catch sparring with Mitty in Jersey. My man was mad at Mitty, like, oh, you beat me on my official record.
Yeah, you see Naja?
Start pounding on him.
I wish somebody please send me the camera footage of Naja's face during the Coach Mitty exhibition, please. Yeah. I look over to the corner and I see Naja holding her face like this. No.
Yo, but Mitty could block, man. Mitty took all them shots.
And then Mitty comes out second round and does the behind the touch double glove thing and hits me on the ears and shit like Pacquiao.
Everybody was like, oh. So,
yo. But yeah, man, Travis, he's gonna be taking on a guy that obviously been more active, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm. Bruh, so Travis is trying to ring in. He says he's having an issue opening up the site. We got Ryan in the UK, Patreon, with a super chat, says, laugh out loud. Border wars not coming anytime soon. The bum lord Trump finally put on a mask on, finally admitting C-19 is real issue.
Yeah, damn. I see. Yeah, he was always without a mask.
Yo,
he must have put the.
Let me do something here on Skype to see if we can connect him because he says he's having trouble. Let me see if I got to take some of the participants out of our Deng Hong. Who the hell is Deng Hong? See what I'm saying? I got a bunch of people in here. This should not be in this call, and that's probably not letting our good friend Travis up in here. We shall see if this makes anything better.
So then we can start really.
Yo, so you talking to yourself?
Yeah, I was talking to the people.
Yo.
How you sounded like Eddie Murphy right there.
Oh, that was my Eddie Murphy laugh? So, all right, I deleted everybody else from the call, and hopefully now we could get him in. Let me try and send him this via text.
Boy, this guy, man.
Yo, champ, estoy tratando, man. Oh, Travis got the bald head emoji on the iPhone.
Let's go, champ.
Yeah.
Let's go, champ.
So, I don't want to go to calls, obviously. We still got this next guest on. Hopefully this works. We got a few questions. If you haven't already asked your question for Travis, yeah, I mean, you can do so by joining our Patreon familia. Did he jump in? There you go.
Let's go, champ.
Good, Nestor.
What's up, brother? How are you? Good morning. Mr.
Chilling, man.
Kauffman, man. Thank you for taking out the time to come on the show. So we was just discussing amongst ourselves, like, where are you at? Are you in Texas or are you in Philly?
Houston. Out in Houston. You know, this is where I come and do all my training at.
So
I love it down here.
I know the last time we weren't quite sure where Nazim was going to be at or is at. Is he going to be with you in the corner for this one or who you got?
I don't want to get into Nazim's personal business, but he's going through some personal situations that he won't be around. His health isn't doing the greatest right now, so let's all just keep a prayer out for him and just keep positive thoughts for him. You know what I'm saying? So back to the drawing board with my pops. Back to my pops. We fighting all the time, so.
Okay, so your father's going to be in the corner. Marshall Kauffman.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you guys have obviously had experience together. You know, he's been in the corner in the past. And we're scheduled to have Odo, not today, but probably in the next 2 days. And that's how we got word of this fight. And I'm actually excited for you. I'm just, because it's like, it's an even fight. Odo's coming off of a loss and an injury, right? Like, he had like a leg injury after the Fury fight. You're coming off of a loss and like C-19 recovery. So it's...
And surgery.
So it's like pretty even, but what, I don't want you to give percentage, but like how well are you right now?
Listen, man. I mean, y'all see my fights back, other fights of mine. My mentality is always kill or be killed, and I don't give. When I fought Luis Ortiz, I had one arm. I tore my labrum 3 weeks before I fought him. That didn't stop me from fighting. So I'm a fighter, and whether I have one arm, whether I have one leg, no legs, whatever, I'm coming to fight. So there's never going to be a problem for that. You know what I'm saying? There's never going to be an issue with that. I tore my labrum 3 weeks before I fought Luis Ortiz. and then I had surgery in May of last year, and it's good. I mean, I'm punching with it. I'm sparring. I would like for it to be a little better, but in due time. We got this Alto Wallen fight. I'm the type of fighter. I'm fighting. This is my 4th southpaw in a row. Most fighters don't want to fight southpaws. I'm just a dog. I just want to fight whoever. You know what I'm saying? I fought Mansour, I fought Ortiz, and this dude Scott Alexander who switched up, who I knew nothing about. He switched up, kept switching up, and was fast as shit. So now they gave me this opportunity to fight Alto Wallen, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take it. Like, his claim to fame is losing. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely. Listen, nothing against him. I think the dude's very skilled. Nothing against him. And I don't want to sound bad like I'm talking shit, because I do talk shit, but not. I always give respect where respect's due. You know what I'm saying? The dude really looked good against Fury, but his claim to fame is losing. Who else has he fought? Nobody. He's fought nobody besides Tyson Fury. So it was people were like, Trav, why don't you take a tune-up fight first after the surgery, after this, after that? For what? I'm 35 years old. What the fuck I need a tune-up for? I'm an old man. I'm a single father of 3 kids. I got to pay bills and shit. I don't want no tune-up fight. I go out there in a tune-up fight and hurt myself against a nobody for 25, 50,000. And what does that do for me? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to prove, like, this is where I belong and with these top dogs. You know what I'm saying? If people want to call Alto Wallen a top dog because he lost against Tyson Fury, then call him a top dog. So.
I mean, that works in your benefit for sure. You get the win over him, and we are intrigued though, and I do want you to elaborate a little bit more as to why you did take the fight, because he did lose, but sometimes you can gain a victory and lose, and like Diego Chavez made a career out of losing.
Facts.
And I mean, in retrospect now, I mean, some might argue that Odo did better than Wilder in some water coolers.
He did.
All right. So then that makes you either a little crazier, or is this a desperation because you said, I'm old, I got a surgery, there's no need to wait? Like, is this like, I got to take this opportunity, or can you really beat him?
I definitely could beat him. Listen, I never wanted to fight thinking I'm gonna lose. Even when I fought Ortiz, who everybody says, oh, he's gonna get knocked out in 3 rounds. When people said the same thing when I stepped up and fought Areola, who I beat the shit out of, but they gave it to Areola. But people said the same thing. Oh, he's taking a step. When do you sit back and I'm 32-3. When do I? And coming off of a loss to Ortiz, what do? Go take another tune-up fight against a nobody? For what? What's the point? I'm here to fight. I'm here to
shake the rust off. Travis, give yourself the best possibility to winning and longevity and trajectory for your career. Like, if you get a tune-up and you look good, then the violent fight is probably for more money.
Let me say this: if a tune-up was offered, I would have took it. But there was never a tune-up offer. They offered me Alto Wallen right away, and I'm never one to say no on no fight. Never. They called me for 6-week notice against Luis Ortiz. I said, fuck yeah, let's go.
So this is Showtime, you think?
Yeah, it's Showtime. It's the opening bout on Showtime.
And are you going to get a legitimate 8 weeks for this by the time, when?
Yeah. I've been in camp. We were supposed to actually fight July 18th. I've been off. I was off for 2 years since the Ortiz fight. My last fight was Ortiz. I really wasn't training because my shoulder wasn't right. I came out to camp. I came here May 28th. I came out to Houston May 28th to start training for July 18th. The fight was supposed to be. I'm glad they pushed it back. First, they pushed it back because I guess Alto had an injury on his ankle that wasn't correct. So I was like, yeah, that's great. More time for me. Then they moved back to August 1st, now August 15th. And I guess because of this whole COVID bullshit, they were just trying to find the right date. I don't underestimate Alto. I want y'all to know that. Like, I think he's a very skilled southpaw. I personally just don't believe he's on my level, which is why I took this fight. I mean, he looked good against Tyson Fury. He looked really good losing against Tyson Fury.
So you're in Houston, or are you gonna stop by the Plex and maybe spar with a Jagba? Who are you bringing in for sparring for this?
I've been sparring a couple dudes. And Jabba's an orthodox, so I won't be sparring him for this fight. I sparred a Jabba before, big, strong as an ox, dude. Strong as an ox. But I've been sparring a dude named Maurice Byram who no longer fights. He's just a personal friend of mine.
I know him. He's from Philly. I know him.
Right. Maurice helps me out every camp. Every camp I've been in for Southpaws, he helps me out every camp. He's a personal friend of mine. And I figured if I give him an opportunity to make some money, why not? You know what I'm saying? He pushes the best out of me. Then I got a couple other guys I'm working with, some real tall guys. So I got good work. I mean, I'm not sitting here, I'm not gonna sit here and give out all my secrets on what I'm planning on doing with Otto, but yeah, I mean we got some good work. So, but I don't go to Plex no more. I train at O Athletic. Plex is no longer in my. Plex has been out the picture for the last 4 years.
But just throwing it out there, shaking things up is always good because, you can get comfortable with sparring partners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what about Maurice though. He could crack, and I don't ever get comfortable with him. I don't ever want to get cracked by him. So Maurice is someone I use all the time, and Maurice is like a lot of people do say that that's why I also bring other sparring partners and not just Maurice Byram. But I use Maurice because Maurice is only good for 3-4 rounds, but he's a dog for 3-4 rounds. And Maurice don't ever try to take it easy. I mean, Maurice is. I always tell all my sparring partners, if you can knock me out in the gym, you get a $1,000 bonus. So far, it hasn't happened. So, I don't ever want to go in there and
sound like Vlad. Didn't Vlad do that? Give out bonuses, or Emmanuel Stewart give out bonuses if you can knock out Vlad?
I have no idea what they did. That's before my time. And I never got the camp with Vlad, so I don't know. But I always tell people, because I know I have a good chin, I have a great chin, and my reflexes are good. And not only that, like being off the 2 years, I wanted to make sure my reflexes are even better. So if you come out here trying to knock me out, I gotta move my head even more. So I do that for my own personal reasons. Like I was also sparring the young boy, Jared Anderson, who's a beast.
Oh, okay. Well, how recent was that? We love him.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Right before his fight. I mean, that boy's a beast. I mean, I give that boy all the credit in the world.
He's not southpaw though.
No, he switches up. He does both.
Okay. Yeah, because they were in Houston for camp with Michaela Mayer and Kate Corona over there. They were holding camp in Houston.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Now that's some sparring. He was sparring with Tyson.
He good work.
Leave it to Bob. He's the reason that Tyson won the fight.
He's a young. He's hungry, and he don't stop punching. So when you're 35 sparring a 20-year-old who don't stop punching, it's like, damn, hold on, I wish I could be 20 again.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, what do you think your biggest weakness is in that ring?
Getting too comfortable. And relying too much on my ability and never my discipline. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm 35 years old. I've been professional now, almost 15 years. I've never truly been 100% disciplined. Every fight, never. I'm being disciplined for this fight. I'm older now. I've always relied on my ability. I truly believe. Look, when I fought Ortiz, I fought him a 6-week notice, coming off of smoking weed for 2 months after the Scott Alexander fight.
Damn, no, now I can light up. I'm over here and like, damn,
yeah, light up.
Do I not light up?
Yeah, go ahead, light up your thing. Light one up for me for after this fight.
Let's go, Chad.
But nah, so I never really took my career 100% serious.
But why? Why not, and why now?
Because I'm gonna be real. Because I never truly loved boxing. I did it because I wanted a relationship with my father. I love fighting. I'm a street fighter. I grew up street fight. I just got in a street fight after I had my shoulder surgery. A month after my shoulder surgery, I'm in a bar. Somebody bumped me like, yo, chill out. And they wanted to swing on me, and I knocked them the fuck out. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm the type of dude, like, we can fight. There you go. Street fighter. But I've always loved fighting. I'm a dog, and I love fighting. Like, sometimes I spar and I take my headgear off. Like, I just don't care. I love the fight. Is it smart? No, definitely not the smartest thing in the world. But the business side of boxing, I never truly loved. Never truly loved the business side of boxing. And I always boxed. I started boxing because I wanted a relationship with my father. My father was a single father. My mom was never around. And my father kind of like, if I didn't box, my father really wouldn't like fuck with me like that. So I was like, man, I gotta have this relationship with my pops. You know what I'm saying? So being a young boy getting locked up for selling drugs, stealing bikes, doing dumb shit, I got the attention I wanted, but I mean, I got attention, just not the attention I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So when I started boxing, I seen my dad kind of really like that. It was more so like it was a connection with him. So that's really why I boxed my whole career. Even as a pro, I wanted to retire early in my career 100 times. Now I'm making great money, so I don't want to retire. I love the money I'm making. I love fighting. I love fighting. I love fighting. If I walk outside right now, somebody says let's fight. All right, fuck it, let's fight. I just love fighting. That's just who I am. But I never took it serious because I've always had skills. Always had skills without having to really push myself 100%. Now I'm older. I have no choice but I can't rely on my skills no more because they're going to start fading at 35. I'll be 35 August 21st. So that starts to fade when you get a little older. After injury, I had 2 knee surgeries, 3 hand surgeries, now a shoulder surgery. Then things start to fade. So it's like now it's at the point before I used to train hard. Now it's not train so much hard, train smart. So I truly believe that had I took my career a little more seriously, I'd be a multi-millionaire today. I believe. Look what I did with Ortiz. Now Ortiz beat me, clear as day. But I fought him on a 6-week notice, coming off of binging from smoking weed for 3-4 months straight, nonstop, and then went in there, fuck it, let's fight, and still won 10 rounds with somebody who was supposed to knock me out in 2 or 3 rounds.
Say what?
So all these damn voiceovers, whatever y'all doing.
Nah, man, because you still did very well, man. So it's like,
well, look, losing isn't good enough for me. I love winning, but I'm never a sore loser, and I know like I don't ever live with regret. You know what I'm saying? My object when I started boxing, I wanted to, of course, be the heavyweight champion of the world, but I knew it was gonna be a little harder because my discipline wasn't the best. I love pussy. I love women. I love smoking weed. I don't smoke weed right now. I'm in training camp. But I've always loved to live a life that most boxers don't want to admit to living. Let me put it that way, because I know a lot of boxers that do live a certain lifestyle, they won't admit to it. But I've always loved these things and chasing more women than anything. But so I never really took it serious. But I'm a single father of 3 kids. I have 4 boys, but I'm a single father of my oldest 3 kids, and I know they're at a point now where they're like, Dad, like, you've been doing this a long time. It's time for you to really, to either kick it in the butter or find something new. You know what I'm saying? Because I miss a lot of. I have my son who's turning 8 July 23rd. I won't be there for his birthday. My other son turned 14 May 11th. I left 2 weeks later, but I wasn't even home for his birthday because I had to go to some meeting for this fight thing. For this COVID, I had to get COVID tested. But I brought him out here to Texas with me. He was here for the first month and a half, and I flew him back home. So I miss a lot of time for my kids, and I'm at the point now where it's like I know I go out, and then the reason why I'm taking this fight more serious than anything is because I know I go out there and beat Alto Wallin. I've already been promised a $500,000 payday, my next payday. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real. I'm a father, and we do this for money. We do this because we want to be the champion of the world. But I'm also doing this because I want to make a lot of money. I want to make a lot of money where my kids they already have a better life than I ever had. I grew up in a different environment than they did, and they're a lot softer than I was. I hate it, but I love it. You know what I'm saying?
You the champ, bro.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, yo.
It's a gift and a curse. Like, I love that they softer than me, but I hate it because they bitches. Like, I hate it. Like fight, do something. But I'm glad that they don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be real. I'm glad that somebody. I have a 6'1", a 14-year-old who's 270 pounds, huge, but soft as molasses. I'm like, bro, like, come on.
Damn, that's a heavyweight, bro.
I don't want none of my kids boxing, man. I hope they play football or something.
Nah, football, definitely football. Wow, that's a big kid.
And more so, yeah, I have all big. He was 11 pounds when he was born. I have big kids, so I just want my kids to.
Bro, in football, you can't even defend your head like you could in boxing. At least in boxing, you could slip. Football, it's collisions all day, man.
Oh yeah, I agree. But here's the thing: on my aspect from boxing, at 15 years, I've been a pro. 15 years, January will be 15 years since I've been a pro. It's very slimy. There's been a lot of false promises. Since I fought Areola, my next fight was promised to be $500,000. I went and bought this beautiful house. I was engaged at the time with some chick, and she ended up leaving me because money wasn't coming, because I told her to quit her job so I could focus on my career, because I was at that point is when I started taking my career 100% seriously. And then when that money didn't come through, my next fight was against a nobody for $25,000. I'm like, the fuck happened to $500,000?
Hey, what happened?
So, man, you quick with that too. God damn
you the champ.
Damn. So how do you believe this $500,000 pipe dream?
I don't know. I mean, look, I tell you what. Here's I don't know if y'all have me on Facebook or not. I'm very social with people on my social media because I like to, people look at me who don't know me on a personal level. They look at me as a quote unquote boxing celebrity. I'm not really known like Mayweather or nothing like that, but people in my community look up to me and shit like that. So I always like try to be social and try to let my fans know, or whoever is my fan, let them know that I'm a normal motherfucker. Like, yeah, I struggle like everybody else. I deal with depression very bad. So I try to let people know, like, I'm a normal person like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I put this post up, but once I got this Otto Wallin fight, I knew it was a perfect fight for me. I don't underestimate nobody. I underestimated Scott Alexander. Look what happened. It was a close fight. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who he was. I fought him on 10-day notice. Didn't even train for the fight. I was supposed to fight Antonio Tarver, but he popped positive again for steroids, which is why I had that. I don't know if y'all watched the Scott Alexander fight, which is why I had that shirt that said, I'm fat because I love pizza and I'm PED free. So it's throwing shots at Antonio Tarver.
Wait. You was going to fight Tarver in 2018?
Yeah, they wanted me to fight Tarver. He was supposed to be his comeback fight or something, but he popped positive again for the juice.
Damn, champ, you've been out the ring for 2 years, man.
Yeah,
almost 2 years.
Almost, yep. So for me, it's like this is huge.
Shit.
Like a lot of people were giving me credit. Oh, I tried this huge step up. Like I give you all the credit. For me, it's like I don't give a fuck who I'm fighting. They can put me in a Wilder in 2 weeks. I don't care. I'm a fighter, and I think it's sad because we have these boxers who pick and choose who they fight. If you truly believe you are something special, you're gonna fight anybody. Now it's a business. It is a business, and maybe I'm not a millionaire today because I didn't choose it as a business. I looked at it as like, fuck it, it's a fight. You know what I'm saying? So I love fighting, and that's just what it is. And I'm a fan-friendly fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like when I fought Mansour, it was a war for 12 rounds. When I fought Ariola, it was a war. You know what I'm saying? So I love to please the fans. And I just.
But you got to get that win, champ. You can't just please
I know.
us.
I definitely need this one. That's why I said it. That's why I was getting to. My bad. In my social media, I said if I lose this fight, I'll never fight again. And that was my promise to my kids too. I'll never fight again.
What?
Wow,
that's too much pressure. Listen. 2 years off, surgery, COVID. You actually got contracted the virus. That's too much pressure on your shoulders to win or retire. The cards already stacked up against you. He's younger than you.
Cards been stacked against my whole career.
Yeah, I hear you, but you shouldn't put that type of pressure on you. What you should do is dig deep, though.
I'm definitely digging deep, and that's why I like. It's not pressure for me because, for me, it's like I've been doing this 15 years and fought at least 12 years without loving what I do. At least 12 of the 15 without loving what I do. I love what I do now because of the money I make. I love that I'm able to give my kids a life that I was never able to, that I never had growing up. You know what I'm saying? So that part I love. I love the fact I go out there in 30 minutes, make 6 figures real quick. Well, more than 30 minutes because it takes 3 months of training camp or whatever. But still, I can go make 6 figures in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? We're not the average Joe can do that. Plus, I'm a felon for selling weed when I was 18. You know what I'm saying? So who's going to want to hire a 35-year-old felon who never worked a day in their life? Nobody. So I love what I do financially, the money, and the life, and the relationship. Like when I'm not boxing, I'm with my kids 100% of the time. Like, because I have full custody of my oldest 3 kids. So they're with me all the time. So I love that aspect. I love the life that boxing has given me. I never truly loved the sport of boxing. So for me, it's not a lot of pressure. Like, I'm not going to lose this fight. But God forbid.
Yo, I gotta interrupt. You ever heard of Jerry Forrest? This is my new interruption line. Anytime someone says I'm not losing this fight. You heard of Jerry Forrest? Jerry Forrest, nah?
He just fought.
He just fought Carlos Takam on Top Rank.
I think I did hear him. Yeah, the heavyweight.
Bruh, this guy told us.
That's the Big Baby, the one that's supposed to fight Big Baby, right?
Exactly. Like, let's say 14 days before the fight, he's like, listen, man, I'm going to beat Carlos Takam. I would have beat Big Baby. Big Baby, everyone knows he's positive right now. This is before the dude popped. He said it. Lou DiBella was listening, jumped on the show. also said that Big Baby was hot, and that he was like, you think it's a mystery that they gave us, X amount of days to sign?
Big Baby's a fucking idiot, man.
Yeah, man. That's actually what our main topic was. But the point is, Jerry Forrest made us believe so much, and then he did that versus Takam. Like, he literally followed Takam thinking it was going to be a one-shot banger, and it never came all night.
I don't think it's going to be easy night. I definitely don't think it's going to be, but I'm just confident in myself and always been at it. If you're not confident in yourself, you shouldn't hop in that ring. Win, lose, draw, I'm always still going to feel like I'm going to win. I'm going to beat this motherfucker. Even if I feel like I'm over, I'm going in with somebody that's way overclassing me. Look, let's be real. Ortiz, till today, I still feel like Ortiz is the best heavyweight, skill-wise, the best heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? When I fought him, I still felt like I'm going to win. I'm going to beat this motherfucker. Look at the press conference. Ain't nothing you could do to me that my father ain't already did. My father beat my ass worse than you could ever beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, it was like, I've always had confidence. Now, of course, it's boxing. I can lose. I can get robbed. I can go out there and get knocked out. It's a heavyweight division. But I'm not going to sit there and say, I might lose. The fuck I look like? You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Nah, and that was a tight fight. I mean, the scores indicated and everything that it was tight. Before you came on, I was actually giving you credit for that fight. I spoke of durability. I don't think that there would be a stoppage in this fight. So it's going to come down to skill and stamina. But you've already admitted that you don't be taking it serious, man. So stamina's going to be important in this fight.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. Stamina's going to be important. And that's why I've been busting my ass for the last 2.5, 3 months.
Now, obviously, the world has changed the way they view Deontay Wilder. In the past, when he was knocking everyone out, he said he didn't run. So I guess the question is, do you run?
You fucking right, I run. Every day. 3 miles every day.
Okay.
Now, of course, when I'm smoking weed and not training, I don't run at all.
No, of course. Of course. Well, man, we're excited, man. Look, we got a few questions from the people that we want to give you before you go, but these are questions from our loyal listeners, so there will be zero disrespect here.
I got them up if you want me to take it.
Make sure you refresh just in case you got late-minute entries, because I see a lot late.
Absolutely. I'll do the refresh right now. And again, these are questions from some of the most knowledgeable listeners that we have. So let's see what they got for Mr. Kauffman. James Valdez says, first of all, thanks for coming on TBV.
He's from San Antonio. Valdez is from San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas. So he says, first of all, thank you for coming on TBV. The Boxing Voice does a great job at introducing the boxing audience to various fighters. I have to admit, I've heard your name but never watched your fights. The fights that catch my eye are Ortiz, Amir Mansour, and Chris Arreola. I'm going to make some time to visit these fights. My question is, of those 3 names, which would you most want to rematch and why?
Any of them. I mean, Ortiz for the money. Mansour ain't fighting no more. I think he got locked up.
No!
That's what the beans. My bad.
Damn, bro.
But he's not. He's not fighting no more. From what I heard, I don't know if it's true or not.
But nothing serious, right? Because he already did 10 years in the feds.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get in that topic either. I heard he was an informant, but whatever.
Yo,
got out.
10 years in the feds and told on someone, that shit don't add up. That's a lot of time.
I know. He came home and got caught again. And then I heard was an informant. That's why he changed his name. His real name is Amir Mansour. I don't want to talk bad, but I like Amir. Amir is a personal.
Yeah, we like him too. I mean, damn.
I
didn't know he was
locked
up.
Good dude. Real. I don't know if that's true. I don't want to say, but there is paperwork on the internet with his real name that's saying he testified. Whatever. So whatever.
Say what?
That's hindsight. You know what I'm saying?
It's terrible.
But look, I come from the streets, but I'm no longer a street dude. So whatever you do, that's your life. I don't give a fuck. I still fuck with you regardless. You know what I'm saying? So out of those three, let's be real, man. Sir don't fight no more. He's 46, 47. So he's never gonna fight again. Even if he did fight again. I thought I beat the fight, but I would say Arreola because I truly beat him. Stevie Wonder called me that day. Like, yo, I know you beat him. You know what I'm saying? So that's how bad it was.
Yo, I think with that logic though, if I were you, I would do Ortiz. You'll get a better ranking, bigger money, more respect.
I want Ortiz. I do, and I want more overtime preparation. They called me on a 6-week notice. I drew from PA and drove all the way down to Houston, 24-hour drive, and started training. Quit smoking the day before the day they called me. Quit smoking, put my L down. I was like, all right, let's go to work. You know what I'm saying? And look, went on 6-week notice and fought him and did very well. And I believe I lost every round. I truly believe I lost every round. But a quote unquote dude like Ortiz, a guy who people say I'm not well known, I'm not that skilled, whatever. Well, if I'm not that skilled, I shouldn't have been in there with him for 10 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So to answer that question, I would say Ortiz. Money reasons, and also because I have a point to prove. Arreola, I truly believe I beat him. And Mansour, I truly believe I beat him. I could have won either way. Mansour, I wasn't mad that they gave him the fight because I thought I let off the gas after the 7th round. But the oh shit, my bad. Where y'all at?
Chill.
I lost y'all for a minute. My bad. But the Ortiz fight, I would definitely love a rematch with him, just because I feel like I still have a point to prove with that fight.
All right, we're going to go to the next ones coming from the UK. Says Carlitos, what's good, Travis? Good luck against Otto Wallen. Do you feel being out the ring 2 years will affect your performance?
Only one way to find out is when I hop in the ring. I don't know. I don't know. If there's a such thing as ring rust, I truly believe that. I think in this fight, I can't go out there and go jump on him right away. I have to take my time. We have 10 rounds to make. I have 10 rounds to make it happen. I'm gonna be real. Like, I've been having dreams I'm gonna knock this dude out. I don't know. So I hope I knock him out. I mean, but let's be real. It's boxing. We can't knock everyone out. Unless you're Deontay Wilder, then you can knock almost everyone out.
Ain't that the truth? George from Dallas Fort Worth says, do you think Fury will stop Wilder?
Again? Yeah.
Oh, yeah? But same manner?
Yeah, you got bully the bully. Well, Fury is very talented. He's a big guy, 6'9", fucking skill. He can box, and anybody that size can punch. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real. Wilder could crack. He hits hard enough where he'll have you reading your dog a bedtime story and putting your daughter in the doghouse. That's the truth. That's how hard he hits. But that's all he has is a right hand. He don't have nothing else. And Tyson Fury, look what he did after being off 2 years, only had 2 fights back, and went in there and hopped in the ring with him and still did well and had a draw. And that was an undercard that I was on when I fought Ortiz. And still did very well. Could have won either way that fight. So I truly believe that the same result happens. I think he took Wilder's heart. Wilder started making excuses that it was his vest and all that. Man, fuck out of it. Just take a loss like it's a loss. You lost. As simple as that.
All right. The next one's coming from George Foster from the UK. He says, do you think Otto Wallen was underrated going into his fight with Tyson Fury?
Go ahead. Sorry.
And what did you think of his performance in that fight?
I thought he did well. I thought he did well against Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury underestimated him. I thought Tyson Fury truly believed he was going to knock him out. And then I think the cut changed everything. If you look, I watched the fight again last night. If you notice, after Tyson Fury got cut, he kept focusing on that eye. So I still believe Tyson Fury won that fight. I believe Tyson Fury won at least 9 out of the 12 rounds, in my opinion. But I mean, I thought Otto Wallen did very well and he stepped up. But most people step up when it's time for lights, when it's time to be in there with somebody who's way above your level. You're going to step up because you don't want to get embarrassed. And Otto Wallen's young and hasn't had a point to prove.
All right, the next one's coming from that one white boy. He says, "Name me five of the 10
He's actually from Texas.
Yeah, he's from Texas too, right? All right, he says, name me 5 of the 10 defenses Wilder made in his WBC run.
Name 5 of his defensives?
Yeah, 5 out of the 10 defenses Wilder made in his WBC title run.
The one he won the title from, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Bermane Stiverne, Chris Arreola, Tyson Fury. What's the other one? Not Skolnick. What the hell's his name? Spilka,
yeah.
And then what was that 4? Was that 4 or 5 right there?
I think that was 4.
That's a lot. That's a lot, and you still ain't
4.
say Ortiz.
I was about to say Ortiz. I was about to say Ortiz for Ortiz twice. I was going to say
That's
Ortiz.
it. That's it. You got him, champ. See, he tried to stump you.
You can't stump me. I know my boxing shit.
Let's go, champ. Next one's from B Low. He's from Phoenix, Arizona. Says, thanks for taking. Say what now? Oh, it's hot. Yeah. Definitely hot down in Arizona, man. Dry heat, though. Thanks for taking the time with us here on TBV. No question. Just wanted to say all praises to the man above for giving you the strength to beat C19. Good luck on your next bout.
I appreciate that very much. After I called C19, C19 started running from me.
That's it. Anti-kryptonite. Ryan O'Rourke from the UK says, what up, Travis from UK, Liverpool? Out of all the top fighters, who has the biggest flaws, and can you explain them for us?
Out of all the top fighters, who has the biggest flaws? You have to say Wilder. Wilder has the most flaws out of anybody. Skill-wise, can't buy. He's gotten better. He uses his jab very well, but no defense, and he's just a big guy that cracks. So he has the most flaws out of everyone, and the way he's able to capitalize is that right hand. Another fighter, I'm gonna be real. I don't think Luis Ortiz, his only flaw is his age. I think that's his flaw, his age, and he can't control that. What other fighters is there? Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, I think he plays too much and tries to have too much fun instead of taking care of business. But you got to go out there and have fun. You can't be all mad the whole time. You got to relax. So I named three guys. Oh, Anthony Joshua, he don't take no chances. He takes 0 chances. I believe before Wilder got knocked out by Fury, I always believed that Wilder would have knocked Joshua out because Joshua takes 0 chances. I believe, and that's the other one. The only problem with Joshua, I feel like skill-wise, very skilled, but is afraid to commit. Like he should have really did something to Joseph Parker, but he was afraid. He was fighting on Joseph Parker's level, just boxing, being real cautious. I don't think you could be cautious. Like at that level, you gotta take chances. Fuck that. Let's go to war. I mean, that's my mentality. Maybe that's why I'm not the heavyweight champion of the world, because I'm not cautious at all. Let's fight.
Well, let's go, champ. Next one's from Stephen Williams. He says, what up, Travis? You're an articulate dude. Do you rap? And if so, show up on Saturdays for boxing bars and get battling. Thanks for coming on the show. No cursing, though. Clean it up. Laughing out loud.
Yeah. I used to think I was a rapper when I was younger, growing up in the hood, but nah, I ain't no rapper.
Go away. Go back to the docks where you belong.
No rappers.
No rapping, yeah. That's a show that we got going on Saturdays now, where people battle, back and forth.
I got lyrically. Some bars though. I got some bars.
Champ, come join us. Look, the thing is with the boxing bars segment on Saturdays in the morning is that we rap and we battle each other, but everything along the line of the sport. So it's like you can't just be in there rapping and cursing and all that other stuff. It got to be within the boxing. So you'll put in your boxing references in there, but you're battling, and it's everybody. It's pretty much the listeners and the people that listen to the show that have taken on and we this is growing. I mean, now it's like the 6th show we got, and people are battling each other. It's pretty fun, man. Check it out on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock.
I might have to check that out.
Champ. Let's go to the next one, coming from Stone Bone Boxing. Says, we're in a resurgence of the heavyweight division. Do you believe beating Otto gets you a little closer to a title shot? Which champ do you want to fight?
Absolutely, it gets me closer. I beat Otto well. I mean, I'm with Al Heyman, so I think Al Heyman will put me in with one of his own guys. But let's be real. I mean, as a fighter, we want to go after the money. And there's 2 champs. There's Tyson Fury and Joshua. I would love to fight Joshua. Joshua's a cash king. You know what I mean? And I believe will be easier fight than Tyson Fury. Will it be easy? No, it won't be easy, but it'll be easier. Tyson Fury's fucking a giant. He's 7'12" or however tall. I don't know. He's a giant. So and he takes a good punch. I mean, he got dropped by Steve Cunningham early in his career, and I think that was a lucky punch. Steve ain't a puncher at all. I sparred Steve before, but Steve set him up perfect with that. So for me, I mean, I'm the type of fighter I fight anybody. I'll fight 2 people in the same day. I don't care. Just cut me a check and let's fight. So to me it don't matter. I'll fight any of them.
All right, the next one's coming from King Amin of Essex in Newark, New Jersey. Says, peace, champ. You're further proof that boxing saves lives. And good luck to you in your next fight. Let's say that you beat Wallen. Then you get an option for either a Robert Helenius, a rematch with Andy Ruiz, Charles Martin, or Dillian White. Who do you take and why?
Well, I never fought Andy Ruiz, so there won't be no rematch. It'd be a first fight.
All right.
But I called out Robert Helenius. I called out Andy Ruiz. But anyone, I mean, like I said, I'm a fighter, and boxing did save my life. I mean, if I didn't box, I'd be in jail for a long time. I mean, the streets got the best of me growing up, and I got away from it because of boxing. So boxing has saved my life, and I will confess that to the day I die. I mean, boxing is definitely a part of my testimony because it truly did help me. Even for the many years I didn't want to box, I was still boxing as a pro. I didn't want to box. I was still a pro, doing very well, and didn't want to do it. But just because I wanted that relationship with my father. So boxing definitely saved my life. You know, dealing with depression, addictions, women addictions, and boxing has always been my escape. Boxing has always have helped me. So as far as who would I want to fight, Andy Ruiz or Helenius, I don't give a shit. Let's fight. Let's fight them all on the same day. I don't care.
If he dies, he dies.
Let's go, champ. The next one coming from Jab Left Hook says, hi, Mr. Kauffman. Since you're a pro heavyweight, what are 3 key tips you would give to a heavyweight starting training in boxing? Thanks and God bless.
Well, not just heavyweights, but I would give this tip to anybody because there's a lot of young kids I see that are very skilled to not make the same mistakes I did. Really take your career seriously. Women are always going to be there and get a lot better once you got higher in your career. You know what I'm saying? So the 2 things that ruin boxers is women and drugs. Stay away from both of them because it's going to be there. If you want to do drugs and party when you're done, do it. I don't give a fuck. That's your life. But I would say wait till take your life seriously. Don't do what I've done. And what I have done was there'd be times when I'll take off the gym, won't go to the gym for 6 months until it's, damn, I got a phone call. Let's fight. And I've always, and it's sad that has happened in my career, but I'm still here, still talking about it and still getting opportunities. So not everybody, I'm very blessed in where I've made it in my career, but I always try to tell the young kids, not everybody's going to get that opportunity to be that blessed. And like I said, my skills have gotten me to another level. Because of my skills alone, I was able to beat certain people. I probably taking like fighting on 2-week notice and shit early in my career, I probably shouldn't have won. But because of my skills and my heart more than anything got me through it. So I will always tell somebody, stay in the gym, even when you don't have a fight coming up. Stay in the gym and leave drugs and women alone. I mean, don't leave women alone. I mean, you know, you need that once in a while, but not like I was doing. Shit.
All right, champ. Well, man, Trav, we appreciate you coming on, man. This is the last one from the people. This is coming from JMac504. He from New Orleans. He says, James Prince says Efe Ajagba hits harder than Wilder. How hard does Efe hit, and do you agree with Prince?
Well, I've never been hit by Wilder, but I've been hit by Efe, and Efe could crack. He's very, very heavy-handed, but he's slow as molasses.
Damn. We was debating that yesterday, and a lot of people were saying he was slow. I didn't really see that.
Yeah. I said it.
Oh, you can see everything come, but here's the thing: he uses his jab so well. Like when I sparred him, this motherfucker couldn't stop hitting with his jab. I was getting frustrated, and now, mind you, it was after being off for 14 months or whatever after my surgery. He was the first person I sparred after being off.
Damn.
And when I sparred him, I was smoking weed at the time. So wasn't in the greatest shape. Was doing 4 rounds, but
So hold on a minute, because obviously I'm not on your level or nothing like that. But like I love to smoke and I love to spar, but I'm a 3-round spar, and at the 3rd round I'm dying. Is that why I'm dying? Because I like to believe there's guys out there like Ricky Williams who played for the Dolphins and was a running back and did over 1,000 yards rushing, smoking bud. Like
I can't say that for everybody because I'm not gonna. But I know world champions who smoke up until 3 weeks before their fight. Not going to mention any names.
No, and there you go.
But
and have they lost?
I think everybody.
Have they lost though? 3 weeks before they fight, they stop smoking bud. Have they lost?
They have lost, but not all the time. They have won too. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna mention names, but because that's their personal life, and I don't want to get into that. But for me personally, it's like worshiping 2 gods. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
damn. That's a serious way to put it, champ.
No, I mean for real. Like I love smoking weed. I've been smoking weed since I was 3 years
There's
old.
studies though on cyclists and runners. They call it runner's high. Like they smoke to go run more miles.
Yes. But I see when I smoke like 8-9 blunts a day backwards. It's the worst.
Oh, backwards.
Yeah, you using tobacco. You're using tobacco. Bro, you gotta use.
I cut them things off.
You gotta use these. These are hemp and these are raw cones, bro. You could get them. You know, you order them by the bowl.
I like them. See, I like the blunt feeling, man. I like blunts. I've been smoking since I was 11 years old. I don't smoke now.
Champ, they burn just like them. You don't gotta worry about keep lighting them.
And the way that you stuff them is so simple. You could stuff 7. In the time that you roll one backwards, I would stuff 7 1.5 gram king size cones for you. And you just put them in your little glasses case and you want to go.
After this fight, we're gonna have to link up.
No, for sure.
let's go, champ.
But listen, man. I have a YouTube channel. I'm starting. Me and my boy Maurice Bond. We're starting a YouTube channel.
Okay, what y'all gonna be doing?
Yet. But we're not gonna give the hint out yet. But it has something to do with some shit. But
what? That ain't even a hint. Huh? That ain't even a hint. He said we ain't gonna give out the hint, but it got something to do with some stuff. What?
Some stuff. But anyways, listen. So as far as the weed goes, I've never been against an athlete smoking weed. Never. And I don't think it should be banned either. I don't smoke when I'm getting ready for a fight because for me it doesn't help me. Me personally, it doesn't help me. Because I smoke so much. I smoke like 8-9 blunts a day, so I have to cut out, I have to stop.
But let me ask you, again, this is all personal reasons, not to pry into your life or insinuate that you've done this during camp, strictly for me. Like, so, like, do you think it's different if you are boxing training and, you know, doing everything you're supposed to be doing in camp, not cutting any corners, the food, everything, your runs, but you still go home after the sparring, you smoke, you know what I mean?
Maybe, but that's not me. When I smoke, I don't do nothing else. I sit at home, I roll blunts all day long, and I don't do nothing else. So,
you gotta use it more medicinal, champ. Use it more medicinal.
I smoke medicinal. I have my medical card, but that's probably why it's bad for me. Now I know a lot of athletes. I know people that go smoke a blunt and go run 5 miles.
That's me, champ.
Right.
That's me, champ.
You could go run 5 miles and smoke a blunt. See,
Ask Ness.
When I was in college up in Northern Michigan University, I could do that. Like me and the whole teammates go smoke a blunt and then go for a run 4 miles. I could do it when I was younger. As I'm older, weed has just got me lazy. So that's why I prefer not to do it when I'm training because I lose my focus. I just don't want to do nothing. And I really, for me, it's like worshiping 2 gods. The life of trying to, let's be real, when we smoke, we want to ease some pain or get some things off our mind. For me, I want to deal with everything going on while I'm training because it helps make me stronger in that fight. When I'm in that fight and I'm sitting there thinking like, man, I dealt with all this bullshit.
Yeah, that's some mentally tough stuff, man.
This motherfucker can't do nothing to me that I haven't dealt with already. So if I can, like my boy Maurice Barham, he's a huge heavy smoker. He don't fight no more. So he's a huge heavy smoker. Huge smoker. He smokes probably like 30 blunts a day, but he smokes Reggie, whatever. I can't smoke Reggie. What? Yeah, it's nasty.
Where they even still grow that
at? Yeah. So for him though, but he was one of those guys that he could smoke and go for a run. But he smoked so much, and I've always said, like me personally, when I smoked and I tried to box and train, it didn't do me good. But I know other people that does. So I think it's just personal preference, whatever. It's like this: if your whole life you're taught, you go to a store and steal something that's bad, you're gonna have that shit on your conscience. You know what I'm saying? Just like fucking, if you fuck before a fight, you're gonna have that on your conscience. Then why'd I bust a nut? It's gonna mess with you. So for me, it's like I prefer to smoke weed out 3-4 months before a fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want no excuse of why it's affecting me. Now, there's still going to be haters that, oh, you're an athlete, you shouldn't smoke. Fucking the best athlete in the world, the swimmer, what's his name?
Yeah, man, my man,
Phelps.
Michael Phelps. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, long hits all day.
I don't think it should be banned. If you choose to smoke, it doesn't benefit you. It's not fucking sticking a needle in your ass like Big Baby. You're not sticking a needle in your ass to make you stronger and faster. You know what I'm saying? So why is it banned? I don't know. There's a lot of medicinal reasons behind it that it's good.
Football's
It's so
adapted
beneficial.
it too, man. Football don't even test for it anymore because of the, a lot of people use it for pain, man.
Well, I train with a lot of NFL players out here. They said they still do test for it, but the levels are like so like low that they have to they don't really their levels like 130. I don't know how they said it's 130, but before it used to be like 30. If they tested positive at 30, it's a problem. Now it's 130, which is like almost you can have a whole lot of weed in you, but they don't really do nothing no more.
Let me slide this one in, man. We got a late question from BZ in Brooklyn, I believe. Maybe New York. But anyway, Champ, you definitely have the talk with your record. I'm sure you will have the walk with Odo.
You got BZ?
That's what I'm reading.
Oh,
You
okay.
need new headphones, Champ. My question is, what boxer motivated you or look up to growing up? Or did your dad have a fighter he liked and you tried to be a bigger and better than or be like with your own style, of course?
No, a fighter I looked up to was a guy when I was growing up. He was the only fighter from my city, Reading, Pennsylvania. He became a world champion. Steve Lightning Little. He was like an uncle to me. He beat I think it was Michael Nunn for the title. And I looked up to him because he was always like down to earth. Didn't make no money in his career. Got screwed for so much money. But he was always a giving person. And because of that, I've always wanted. Not that I've always wanted to box because of him, but he was always just someone I looked up to. His skill wise, was the best skill. But he fought James Toney. He fought other people, and didn't make a whole lot of money in his career. But was always a giving person. And then he died at 34 of colon cancer.
Wow.
So as a kid, he was like an uncle to me, and I just always looked up to him. And of course, the reason why I got into boxing was because of my father. My father really pushed me. And I remember seeing my first amateur fight. Now, I was smoking cigarettes at the time. I used to smoke Newports. Don't smoke no more, thank God.
Smoking the Cadillacs.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, I was a little knucklehead kid, a street kid, selling drugs at 12, 13, 14 years old, and wanted attention from my dad so bad because my mom was never around. And my father was a single father. And my father loved boxing so much. So for me, it was just like I just wanted his attention, and there was never really a boxer. Growing up, I didn't even like watching boxing like that. So there was never really a boxer I looked up to except that guy Steve Little. I grew up seeing as a local hero in our city, and so that was someone I looked up to. But it was more so because my dad just always being on top of me. I remember seeing when I was getting ready for Tony Grano. My dad playing my first amateur fight. I'm like, Dad, what the fuck did you see in me? He goes, heart. You just had all the heart in the world. And still to today, that still holds true. I just got heart. I got a lot of heart. And I'm just a kill or be killed type of guy. And that's always my mentality.
Well, Travis, man, I want to thank you obviously for coming on the show, brother. As the fight gets announced and gets closer, we'll get you back on, get some check-ins on you during camp. And, yeah, man, thank you again. Shout out any social media so those that aren't following you can do so. YouTube channel and Instagram, of course.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at mytime_champ. Same thing with Twitter. Facebook's Travis Kauffman. Travis MyTime Kauffman. I have a fan site on there. I have a personal site, too, but I think that's all filled. But I delete people every day. I now, for this camp, I actually deleted my face. Not deleted, but deactivated, got rid of my my app just so that way I don't get notifications. So that way I'm not on it because I spend a lot of time on Facebook. I was a social media whore. So so I'm gonna be real. So I really wanted to focus on this fight because I really have in my mindset that I'm gonna give it my all for this fight. I'm giving it my all. And I wanted to leave no excuses because I was up all night on Facebook or whatever it was.
Please do, man, because this is a good fight, man. It's like you said. Imagine Odo or I always put the W in there, but imagine Odo is all hype, and it's like you said, like he's getting credit for losing, and you go in there and show that he's not on your level. Like your whole life could change, bro.
Absolutely, and that's what this is about. Life changing. Life changing shit. Because like I said, I got kids, and we all got kids. Most of us got kids.
Definitely.
But I'm the only fighter in history to be a single father. To be a single father of 3 kids. Now, I have full custody of my kids for the last 6 years. And still in the last 6 years when I had my biggest fights. I had Areola, I had Mansour, I had Ortiz, and all those going to camp for 2-3 months. Well, besides Ortiz, I went to camp for 6 weeks. But all those camps going away, having to leave my kids at home with people that I just got to trust. You know what I'm saying? That's hard. That's hard because you got my kids crying, Dad, where you at? Why you ain't come home for Christmas? I miss Christmas, I miss New Year's, I miss birthdays. So now I'm at a time where, because I'm missing so much time this time, I really have to take it serious, and that's why I said I put my phone down. Got rid of the social media. I mean, I'm still on Instagram. I still post on Instagram once in a blue moon, but I'm not an IG person like that. But I do have IG, so if y'all want to follow me, I'm at @mytime_champ.
Shout out to you, bro, and all the single dads out there, man.
Yeah, for
Word
sure.
up.
My brother got custody.
That's harder than any fight I've ever been in.
Cheer. You ain't lying.
No, and there's not a lot of you guys out there. Like, usually the judge doesn't rule for that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you hear a lot about the single moms, but you don't hear a lot about the single dads at all, man.
Yeah,
my father was a single father, so I got taught by a good one.
So, Champ, we're gonna let you go, but I definitely want to get you back on, man. We have to pick your brain about, post boxing, because your father being a promoter, and you now, the later half of your career turning out a lot better than the first half. I don't know, maybe managerial side of Kauffman in the future. No,
thank you.
No, you don't think you could guide a career with everything you know now?
I know more about boxing than most people. I forgot more about boxing than most people know. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot about boxing. I've been in it since I was 9 years old, been involved. But I couldn't do it on the business side of things because I've been on the business side of things is what I hate. And I know it's a business just like any other business you run. But I couldn't sit there and fuck over a fighter knowing that I've been fucked over before. I just couldn't do it. I feel like a hypocrite.
But that's the point. You gotta
I gotta
be
look
different.
after my investment.
You gotta be different. You gotta get in there and, with the ups and downs that you've learned, make it simpler for your guy. But that's a conversation for another show.
Absolutely.
Do appreciate you, man. But yeah, man, something you should think about. You never know, man. Your father's connected. You're now
promoted one show in November. I promoted one professional show in November. Made okay money, not a lot, but it turned out well. But we'll talk about that on the next show.
For sure, man. A reason to bring you back. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Travis Kauffman. We're going to go out to these callers. I got to go answer this door because we've been rocking for a minute. So, do me. I leave you with the first caller is going to be Stone Bone Boxing. Let's open up these phone lines.
You want to go to the...
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Man, I woke up and we were at 114,987. I refresh right now. We're at 114,991, which means we're back to yesterday's 9. We need 9 measly people to finally...
Nah, not measly. We just need 9 TBV soldiers joining the army right now.
Help us get us to the next milestone.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Stone Bone.
What up, man? Good morning, man. How y'all doing?
Pretty good, brother.
Hey, man, great interview, man. I like him, man. He always give you a little bit of, like you say, a little bit. He got a, we call it a little street streak in him. You know what I mean? It come out a little bit. But he a composed dude, man, and I always talk like how he talk about his kids, doing for his kids, man, making sure that they all right. And Big Baby, can we all right? If you on probation and you go pee in the cup, and then your probation officer say, well, we found trace amounts of cocaine in your pee, your PO automatically say, okay, well, you did cocaine 2 days ago, and now it's only a little minute trace left in your system because it go out. Or you got such levels of THC, and they could tell, like, with the window of when you smoked. So every drug detectable is the same. So when these guys got trace amounts, that means that they're end of a cycle, or a little bit got stuck in their fat cells and they thought they were clean and they peed out minute traces. The same as if you took a preservative and go to your PO and pee in a cup and you was like, man, I usually be clean because I took what I forgot. I forgot what it's called, but it's a preservative that hold the fats and the stuff in your body to allow you to process clean pee. So it's the same process, man. We can't keep falling for this. Oh, it's a trace amount, so it don't really matter. Or it was a little bit, so we need to adjust levels. No, this the end of a cycle. That's why it's a little bit left. So when I tell my PO, yeah, it's only a little bit of cocaine because it was on the money. Your PO gonna say, yeah, tell the judge that when you asking for them to release you off a parole violation. I'll catch y'all later.
Nah, well, point made, man. And that's the reason why initially I didn't really go for the exonerance, and that's why we got to wait for that August 5, because at the end of the day, could have just been cycling off. But the other point that to counter that was that maybe he bought some products that contained the GW 1516. You could look it up. You can buy this online. So I don't know what products he might have been using. And again, that's speculation. You can lean more towards, I guess, the sciences of, if you're cycling off, trace amounts could be left over. Maybe you thought you were clean, but you weren't. So all of this stuff is going to be talked about, I'm pretty sure, at the August 5 commission hearing. And we'll get the truths. And I guess, we'll get a chance to take a look at more evidence and get a better look at who's that coming who's hot on the Skypey. But yeah, man, while Ness answers the door and walks the dogs, we can go ahead and just keep talking a little bit more about Big Baby Miller or Travis Kauffman, man. Great interview. This is the first time I get to interview Travis, man. Great guy, down to earth. Does have that dog mentality. And sometimes that could get the best of us, no? You have the dog mentality sometimes. Oh, and the skipper is back.
Jesus. Steve in Chicago. Just listening?
Chip.
All right. Stainless, Detroit.
Yo, I'm gonna let Steve go.
Steve, what up?
Oh, good morning.
Morning, Chen.
I missed the beginning. So what are they saying? Is it contamination?
Yeah, I mean, look, Big Baby Miller saying that, there was some news broken to some other source that got it from a very credible source saying that, there was only trace amounts found in his test, which was 0.003 percent of a nanogram, which in a milligram, there's, I think, a million nanograms or something like that. So it's so minute that people are saying maybe it was just something that could have been in some of the products that he might have taken on now, or others just feel like he just might have been cycling off and he didn't get clean fast enough.
Yeah, one guy said that it's contamination. Remember, or he was cleared saying it was maybe it was contamination then.
So what? He had an old cup that he had lying around that he used to drink his his cocktails in. I mean, what do you think?
Well, that's what they said for White. It was contamination. So who's to argue? Maybe we should get a lab technician on here.
We're gonna have to see if Ness has one of those in the Rolodex.
Has what?
We got a lab technician, man.
I wish. Stainless.
Red belt, black belt, WON green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Yo, TBV, what's good?
Cheers.
Yo, happy Tuesday, man. Yeah, we do got a lab tech. R&V, that's what he do. So you might want to ask him.
Look at that.
He ain't know much, but R&V, that's his, you know what I'm saying? That's his field. So
Let's
we can
go,
ask
champ.
him.
How do we get a contaminated sample?
But either way, man, contamination or not, man, I said the same thing with Dillian White, man. There needs to be a suspension or something real right there. Stonebone used that probation reference, and I always like that. You know what I'm saying? If you got a little bit of weed in your system, you fail. You know what I'm saying? Like 0.0003 nanogram. Like none of that matters to me. Like either way, it's still in your system. It was still in your chest, just like Dillian White. I got the same energy for both of them. You know what I'm saying? And it do need to be some kind of real suspension scene. I don't know if I agree about the lifetime ban, but I mean, what is he on? Like the 6th or 7th time he done got popped now? Like,
It's that track record that keeps haunting him.
Commission Sony.
Hadouken!
You hear me?
Yes,
we hear you, champ.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, yo, great interview with Kauffman. Big Baby, y'all already know how I feel about BB, so I don't even care about his hearing. The only thing I want to hear is that dude got a lifetime ban. You know, like I said, bro, all my feelings went out the window with the death of Patrick Day. So I got no fight, you know, for any fighter that's out there trying to fight a BED case. Hey, yo, before I go, that was a good interview with Capetillo. And let me ask y'all a question. How come nobody's talking about Impact Network? I feel like this could be a gold mine. You know, do a bubble, get all these fighters in here because they're scrambling to get fights. I feel like Impact can come up.
Yeah, I mean, Impact Network's always been a topic here. I mean, what fights are you trying? You saying get fights on that network going?
Yeah, because if Top Rank can do all these Tuesday and Thursday fights,
cut it. King Born, Brooklyn.
So Impact.
Actually, King Born, hold on. Let me get the BZ. He's a ringer. Apologies. BZ cutting the line. What up?
Champs, what's going on?
What it do?
Good morning. Look, man, I just want to say real quick on that PED thing. Everybody does something. It's just who's better at it. It's just who's going to get caught. That's what happens because they want to highlight how much was in his system. Well, how much was in his system before that? You know what I mean? And I'm not telling you how I know this, but clearly the man is on something. Ain't no way you be that weight and put out that output on punches. Impossible. But Travis though, oh man, I like him. I hope he does spank Otto. But that's my call, champs. I'm at work. Peace.
All right.
Everybody hit that thumbs up.
Let's go, champ.
It's gonna be interesting to see how people feel once Otto do his interview. Is he gonna have the same charisma?
It's crazy, right? Because I feel like the people really like Travis Kauffman, and now I'm stuck between the hard place right now because I'm out of Wallen.
They like the mouthpiece though. They like the mouthpiece. You want your champ to sound like that. That's why.
Yeah, I like out of Wallen, but my man's just, I don't know. He's relatable. He's a relatable guy.
Yeah. Let me get to King Born. Talk to me.
Hey, yo, listen, man. I'm speaking on behalf of the TBV family right now. You mean to tell me, so we going to do it like this. He got caught with 2 keys in the car, heroin, dust, and 2 machine guns. And he gonna beat the case on a technicality because they didn't read him the Miranda rights. That's what you saying on 0.3 points a nanogram. If he beat this case, he's a lucky man. But I think they gonna hang him. You know what I'm saying? They gonna hang Big Baby. And yo, and all of us, speak on behalf of the TBV family, we calling Doomy the soundboard crackhead, because he goddamn fiending for them sounds, man. Leave that alone. You the soundboard crackhead. Peace.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy, man? You kidding me or what?
Cheer!
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
King Amin, let's go. Cheer!
Going once, two-time, going out to J-Mac New Orleans.
Yo.
Yo, you alive?
Yeah, man. Say I keep that the ghost of Leroy OG, some shit from Massachusetts, man. Ghost of Leroy OG, man. That shit is crazy.
Wow.
But yes. So just like I said, I'm not even tripping off of that because he's not even ashamed. See, that's the thing. Like whenever they talk about athletes trying to come back, all these guys, the one thing they'll tell you is at least if so that's what people they get disgusted strong.
We trying, champ, but you got a really bad signal, man. Really
Bro,
bad signal.
you turned into R2T2.
From the beginning, I was just giving it a go to see if it would clear up. J-Mac, talk to us.
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style.
I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Derek.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him. You want to bet?
You bet 100,000 on that.
Let's bet $1 million.
Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Clear.
Okay. For the record, that second trunk cone sounded better than the first one. Great interview. BZ just left, but don't put that label on everybody and taint their career because you got people like Canelo eating tainted meat and Dillian White's not doing B sample and Big Baby, the 300 wonder punching 300, throwing 300 punches a fight and shit like that. Some people are just clean cut and they actually can live an athletic life to where they can just play it, don't need to put nothing in them. Great interview this morning with Travis and whatever. I just think he talked a good game, almost similar to the last cat we had on here. We was looking for his power, but it's all good. You're supposed to talk like that. I do believe in Stonebone, I ain't gonna say theory, his breakdown because let me just run my calls back to back. Let me get them both. I do believe in this breakdown because we get caught up in this, how many percentage you had. Man, if you got something in there and you're a professional athlete and shit, it ain't supposed to be in there. We accept any excuse nowadays with the nose spray, contamination of the meat. I mean, next, like I said, before you know it, dudes just going to be cheating in the fucking ring and then we going to have an excuse for that. Man, I don't believe it. If you get caught in Big Baby situation, he should be done. Like Bob Arum said, he won't ever fight. I support that, but it's funny how he points out Big Baby cheating, but he ain't got nothing to say about that Tyson Fury glove investigation. That was just suspicious to me, but he came out on that, and Big Baby don't even fight for Top Rank. Last but not least, I forgot my last point. Oh, you didn't read my full question. What was up with that?
That
Doomy?
wasn't a question, man. That wasn't a question.
Okay, but I paid to put it on, so now I got to super chat it.
Even if you super chat, like I'm not gonna say things to a guest to ruin the ability to get the guests for your entertainment. It's not worth the money. Why would I do that? Like, you guys don't even think. Like, where else could you go and talk to a fighter and you want me to say, you know, just crazy stuff, and that's like a homophobic slur anyway. Why would I say that? Like, you crazy, bro.
Go away. Go back to the docks where you belong.
You gotta, like, I don't know, man. Your second question was a real question. You know what I mean? That was a statement.
Statement, yeah. It was a pretty good statement.
There was no question in it. It was two statements. One, homophobic. The second was keep up the good work. It's like, and I've said this to you specifically before, like, Stop the disrespect to the person that's there. Like, you're gonna say this whole thing that you made up about you and your friends, not about the person that we're interviewing. All you're gonna say to him is, keep up the good work. Like, come on, champ. Trey in the Bay, what up?
What up, what up? Hey, do me, man. Do me with the soundboard, bruh. You be off sometime, bruh. You be off sometime. Hey, I'm going with the delusional UK fan theory. Can y'all hear me?
Clearly.
Definitely hear you.
I'm going with the delusional UK theory, with the UK fan theory, man. Listen, the gloves was approved by the commission 6 days after the fight, okay? He was cleared, even though the B sample wasn't tested. Fuck that. If Dillian White could get away with it, Big Baby is in the dough, man. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and that's, look, man, we were quick to crucify him because the way his happened was big, huge fight, lost. It was crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then, this is why the limelight on the war on PEDs is on Big Baby Miller, man. I just hope that, he gets his fair shot. As long as he gets his fair shot in court, the commission hearing, if you want to call it that instead, obviously. It's a hearing before a commission, not a judge, but he's going to get his chance to state why .0003 was in his system. And listen, again, this is nothing new in the sport, man. And the more I've been on here with the Boxing Voice, the more I've just looked at how crazy this sport is. But I digress. Cheap. You froze or?
No, I'm here. I'm listening. We got Stainless Boomerang.
Yeah, it's still the same for me, man. Like I said, it's even if those results come back, it's still .003. That's not something that, if it's not something that your body naturally secretes, then it's not something that should be in your system. As far as this whole soundboard controversy go, I don't really mind during the show, but during the interview, like it kind of breaks up the energy. So I would dial it back a little on that. As I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up, share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Chip.
All right. We got, I should know this number by heart by now, but I don't. I think it's E in Philly. I'm going to take a stab in the dark, but I'm going to make sure. E in Philly.
Philly. Brotherly love.
I was right, E. It's over. I'm nasty with it.
Hey, Big Baby. Look, man, I think the Athletic State Commission, nationwide, every state, if they don't agree on nothing, they should agree on setting policies for when people get dirty. Don't wait for a fighter to come along and because you don't like him or because personally you might not like his personality, something like that, and use him as the precedent. Like after this incident, they need to just get together, at least on this one thing, and say, look, if you test dirty, then you have to test for either 6 months or a year and put it in the fighter's hands. Instead of going through all of this, who's supposed to get tested, who's this with this promotion company and all that, they got to do that. Yeah, man, Travis, I was liking the interview for a minute, but then he started talking too much, man. He said he from the street. Like, come on, bro. Like, don't talk about boxing. Like, all that other stuff he was saying wasn't cool. I'm from Philly, man, so that stuff, yeah, that's not cool, man. Let's talk boxing. And that dude to be calling in, Jay whoever, like, bro, even when you get in arguments with him, man, he always making, like, sexual references, bro. When he get mad at people, like, something wrong with him, man. A lot of times I cut the show off when he come on rant like that. Like, I mean, we could disagree and all of that, but, yo, he be a little bit too, like, disrespectful graphic, bro. I know he a financial supporter and all of that, man, but all money ain't good money, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a peaceful show, man. Like, you bring a lot of people together, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, man, like, it's just not cool, man. All right, dude has got a bad vibe, bro. All right, man, peace.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling. We're going out to Lids Low, Decatur, Georgia. Talk to us.
Hey, what's happening? How my audio, man?
You good, champ?
Okay, cool, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the callers. Shout out to the callers that keep shit real, keep it 100. You understand? Shout out to the chat. You know how I feel about the PED shit. I don't give two shits about. Nigga, you shouldn't take the shit in the first place. Fuck it. That's how I feel about it. I'm through with that. As far as Mario with the board, Mario, I was the one I had put in the chat like, you know, I fucked with. I'm sorry, not Mario. I'm sorry, Doomy. Doomy, yeah. I fuck with you, shout it. It's just that it be a little too much, bro. Just a little, like I think that was Stanley said. Let it, like during the interview, let them, you know what I'm saying, do their thing. Cause sometimes when you play it, it might go a little longer than what you thinking, and it kind of cut whatever they saying out. But I fuck with you though. Don't get it twisted. Now I appreciate the laughs, dog, but just pull back just a little bit. Like I said, stop throwing so many jams. Yeah, you know what I mean. But y'all stay up, man. I'm out there now.
No, absolutely, champ. Look, and I don't take any of this criticism and get hurt about it. You know, I want to hear from you guys because I want to put it at a good medium where I'm entertaining you guys and you guys are going about your day, you know, with a good laugh or whatnot. And even the interviewees that we have on, you know, I wouldn't ever want to disrespect them or make them feel uncomfortable either. So remember, I got less than 2 weeks with this, but I'm getting it at a good medium, and I appreciate y'all telling me what it is.
Counterpunch from J Matt.
Hey, I'm assuming he was talking to me. Give me two of them back to back so I can have time to address them and catch my breath while I'm working. If you don't like my energy, nigga, stop listening. First of all, what I say is a response, and you talking, Mr. Philly. You running your mouth about something you don't know about. I respond to what multiple people say or make or insinuate with me on the show. So that be clapbacks. I just have the energy. When I call in, I bring it. So if you don't like my energy, hey, stop listening. If you don't care for my energy, do something about it. Discipline me for my energy. You don't like me, you don't like what I say, get on that Skype call. Let's figure this shit out. Because I mean, you calling and you basing your call about me, man. Keep my name out your mouth, man. Stay your ass in Philly, nigga.
All right, I think he's done, and I'm gonna check Trey in the Bay. Boomerang.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep it on the Dillian White, man, because look, I mean, on the big baby Dillian White. Listen, the scam that happened with Dillian White is really the greasiest crap ever, and everybody talks about the drug test and the B sample, but everybody forgets about the gloves. What about the gloves? And man, if he could get away with that, why can't Big Baby Miller have them picograms like John Jones, huh? Huh? Can I get a picogram? Can I get a picogram? Can I get a you know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? We got a whole bunch of other people cheat this shit. Big Baby Miller just don't got no love, man. Big Baby Miller, if you listening, bro, you got to get in better with the promoter. You needed to have Eddie Hearn to have your back the way he had Dillian White. You fucked up because you went against AJ, his cash cow. That's where you went wrong. But if you'd have been fighting Oscar Rivas, he would have protected you, dog. You know, so you got to just do it at the right times, man. I think you just got to get a better relationship because that Dillian White Eddie Hearn scam, come on, y'all. Come on, man. That shit was the dirtiest shit I ever seen. Let's be honest. And they got away with it, and the UK fans defended. He was cleared. He was cleared. Are we blind? Are we blind? That's my call.
Yo, totally off topic. It's funny that Canna is like, yo, move on. Dubois just announced the fight. It's crazy that boxing fans think it just got announced today. Like that fight for Joe Joyce and Dubois announced like a week ago. They both having tune-ups. I guess they had to hold a press conference to get the attention of the people. But I mean, that shout out to Frank Warren too, man. He's still promoting that fight. Like they signed a fight in October, and he's giving them both tune-ups. Still doing promotion for the fight to keep the names out there, man. So we got my Gene Bed Boomerang. What up? First time you're calling though for today. How are you?
What's going on, guys?
Chilling.
So, yo, I believe Big Baby now. If it is picograms, that's not enough.
Nah. It's a 0 point. And again, this is a rumor. This is a rumor, right? Like we don't know if this test result was leaked by Bob Bennett in Nevada. Is this Big Baby or is it just fabricated? But the rumor is 0.3.
0.003%, which is
of
like
a nanogram.
Nanogram.
Of a
And
nanogram. Okay.
There's a million nanograms in 1 milligram of
So
whatever
it's,
substance.
It's nothing. That's why we're like Canelo like suspension because it's trace amounts. And you know, look, I'm not a chemist, but I always said, man, how do we know this ain't from the first time? And he's got habitual use. It's obvious. You got.
What do you think, Majid?
You got Majid. What the? Yo, this guy get somebody. Yo, you need a wish list. Get this dude new headphones.
No,
This
yo,
my
I'm ready to
Jimbe.
get new headphones.
My
I swear to you, bro. I'd be low as
Jimbe.
hell.
My Jimbe. My Jimbe. My Jimbe.
So, but you see how that's an honest mistake, my Yimbe. Forgive me, Chan.
My Jimbe Majid.
Yes.
My Jimbe Majid. Do that sound anything alike?
Let's go, Chan. What do you think, though, my Yimbe? How do you feel about it now that you know that's that little amount?
So, because if it's that little amount, it's not going to really affect his athletic performance.
Exactly. Just like Dillian White.
Yep, exactly. And Doomy, you're always killing my name, bro. I'm just gonna have to leave my government name so you can get it right. He's always mixing me up with Majid, and I be putting in the super chats, and he'd be like, Majid said this, and Majid's like, I said that in the chat. I'm like, no, I said that.
Yo, you see how you just put me on the spot? I'll never forget it.
Yo, but I gotta go, guys. Tremendous show. Love the show. Yo, hit the thumbs up. I keep on putting that in the chat, guys. We gotta get these guys on a bigger platform. They deserve it. They need it. We need it. So just keep on supporting. Great job, guys.
All right, brother.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Let me see here. I think we might have what we call late minuto.
Late.
No. All right, that's everyone. We went to Lidslow. Yeah, that is everyone. All right, so catch us on the next one. NesGTO, Instagram, and Twitter. I haven't decided on a day. I guess we won't prolong this, and we'll figure out a day for Oda. But
we got peleas tonight or what?
No, today's Tuesday. Yeah, hell yeah. We got Jason Velez, Oscar Valdez, live fight chats going down. Who else is on that card? Let me double check who's on that card. Somebody dropped off. Guido's not on the card no more, man.
Yeah, poor Ibeck caught the C19.
He caught the I Seen the TBV podcast stream. That's what he caught. He heard me say that Guido was about to put the Viginellas on him.
Nah, man, look, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy because I bet was doing the right thing for like 2-3 fights already.
Right thing? What do you mean by that?
Staying clear from the C19. I mean, what happened? Who did he get around? What happened?
They seen that footage on Guido. They heard that interview with Guido. I don't know. That's what I think, man. But you know, we always go down conspiracy lane first. But look at my man. I ain't even gonna say the details. Shout out to Amin. He said, and I'm talking about Intrigue, the incredible Atlanta's own. Thanks, Intrigue, for not giving us our Wednesday show. He claimed he was gonna book us somebody. We still waiting. But he says, where the Thurman show about Spence ducking? Bro, ain't nobody about to do a fake show. Thurman just trying to get a fight, man. Like, tables turn, man. Tables turn. Is Earl in the driver's seat, and Earl got a direction. Like, you can't be mad at that. Anybody trying to call that a ducking show is obviously a Thurman fanboy. Fun boy. Can you say fun boy? Yo, so it is a good fight card. Only fight that is not on is Ibeth, but we still get the Dominican Kid. Let's go. You want to see the takeover at 140? Huh? This
Elvis
the takeover.
Rodriguez.
That's right. Elvis Elvis, the Dominican Kid Rodriguez. In a step up, I might say.
Knock you out with a jab.
My man is 4-3-2. He's more experienced than Elvis, and he's giving dudes tough fights. He was robbed in his last fight. Another super chat from Ryan O'Rourke in the UK. Nestor, you should step in last minute. Take the $50 Top Rank giving out. I guess he meant 50K, right? Because $50.
$50. Top Rank giving out better than that one white boy, 10 cents a day.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Go back to the docks where you belong.
So
Berlanga's fighting on that card too, man.
So Denif Okoth, I even texted the pre-pro and I said, yo, Denif Okoth, you know, he ain't no sleeper deeper. Keep your eyes on him. But Elvis, we want you to do what you got to do for Santo Domingo. Oh, this is beautiful. Yo, I'm more excited. Yo, I love boxing, dog. I love boxing. I really do. I'm more excited for this fight card. We going to be here as soon as this fight card start, bro. Listen, Isaac Dogbay is back, and he's fighting Chris Avalos.
Yeah.
And guess what else y'all don't know? And that's why y'all come here.
We don't know.
Guess who's training Isaac? Guess who's training Isaac? Guess. Because yes, Ness knows. Guess. Yes, Ness knows. That's why you come here, because we got the best shows. Nah, for real. Barry Hunter and my man Patrick Harris. Bugs. A.K.A. Bugs. What you know about that DMV sparring? What that
Barry
mean?
Hunter, huh?
That means that Barry Hunter. That means he's getting that sparring with who? Rashid Warren. Who else? Patrick Harris Jr. Who
all
else?
Those guys.
Anthony
YG.
Peterson. Right? All of them. Dog Bay. Yeah.
Yo, the name.
Huh? We got a super chat from Intrigue, the Incredible. Yo, you should have got an intro made from Dollar DiBiase with that old school. Is it KRS want to be like, the Incredible.
Yeah. I remember that.
He says, y'all didn't call Spence fanboys calling Thurman a ducker when he had the belts. You sold out, Ness. I never called Thurman a ducker when he had both belts and had a trajectory not in the direction of Earl either. So why would I do a show on the exact same thing when the shoe's on a different foot now? Chill, champ. You the one not being consistent. Because I don't think you was calling Thurman a duck, right? Did you think he ducked Spence? No, he had bigger fish to fry. So why would you be thinking all of a sudden that Earl is ducking Thurman now? It just shows that you are biased. Y'all call
it doesn't matter what you think
at all. No, it just shows like, yo, they call me biased every day, but look at them paying to be biased. Crazy. Dog Bay being trained by Barry Hunter. Just wanted to let y'all know, so that's worth your time. Check-in. On the check-in, okay? I never heard of Ralph. He must be from Africa. I swear to God, his name is not Dog Bay. His name is Igbo B. I don't know.
Is that what that is?
Nesta, I ain't getting my call. Intrigue is on the line. About time, champ. You just jumping on, champ. You just jumping on.
It's the Incredible
He
Intrigue.
like, I ain't getting my call like he been waiting forever. Intrigue, you know we love you around here. We just want you to book that guest so we could bring Wednesdays back. We want you to battle Mario on the rematch so you get your, so you could avenge that loss. We just want the real, man. We want the real. Let me see. We're going to take you on some. Is it Thursday? Nah, we're going to do Throwback Tuesday then.
Hell no. He mad because I get the better fights. He mad because they still like me more. He mad because I got better numbers. He mad because he can't beat Keith Thurman. That's why he mad. Hell no.
What up, champ?
Man, what's up, man? Hey, man, I can't believe you talking about I'm biased. Me out of all people, man. Come on, bro. All these years, Spence been calling out Thurman, and the Spence Man Clown fan club done went crazy, went wild on YouTube, talking hella crap about Thurman. And now when the tables turn, we're gonna use the tables turn only for Spence, but not for Thurman. When the tables turn, the same dude that said that he was ducking, he was doing this, doing the same thing Thurman did. How we justifying that?
That's
And
exactly how you justify it, Intrigue, because Thurman, in your eyes, was not ducking Earl, correct? Or did he
yeah,
duck Earl? Did he
but
duck
but
Earl?
but but Ness, this is my whole
Did
point.
he
Even
duck Earl?
no, but my whole
So
point is
how is Earl ducking him?
no. This my thing. I don't call it ducking. I don't call it ducking. But at the same time, you're a hypocrite because you've been talking about this dude doing this same thing to you, but then you get in that position and you want to keep it 100. Keep it 100.
Use that boomerang, champ, because we definitely appreciate you and your patronage. But I just see it differently, man. Like, look, a 14-0 Earl Spence calling out Keith Thurman after he's on, I believe, ESPN or Fox, beating up a dude that had just lost to Mayweather and Robert Guerrero.
Was that after or before he fought Algieri?
Who?
Earl.
It don't matter, bro. Earl was not on the radar.
He wasn't there yet?
He was always in the rearview mirror playing catch up. He caught up and surpassed. In that time, he learned the game. He learned the game. The 14-0 Earl Spence ain't the same Earl Spence. Because if he was, he would be looking behind his rearview mirror, but he not. He want Manny Pacquiao. He want Danny Garcia, then Terrence Crawford. Thurman, listen, when you take the route of cocky, you got to earn your position again. Thurman didn't give him a shot. Now you want him to give you a shot? That ain't that. You got to earn your spot. Go fight Danny. Rematch Danny. Take his eliminator position. But Danny ain't going to do that. Danny like, yo, I'd rather fight him for 2 belts, you know? But let me see if Intrigue one is boomerang. If not, we up out of here. Or we actually going to finish this schedule because good fights. So then we got Kim Cavell. She had put her career on hold, right? She put her boxing career on hold to go back on the front line and, you know, fight the war on COVID as a registered nurse. She's 11-2. And she's undefeated. And she's going to be on Top Rank. She's Canadian, though. But, you know, that being said, you know, they're making some hype about her. Let me double check her weight because it could be hype because they're going to feed
Light fly. That's what they're doing?
They're going to feed her to somebody? Oh, she 109.
But both of them are undefeated, so I'm guessing this is going to be a good fight.
And let me tell you, I seen the weigh-in. Kim looks like built, bruh.
Kim Clavell?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up on IG. She looks like she does fitness.
Hit training?
Fitness IG modeling, B. Like, she out here.
Super fit.
Yeah, she out here looking like
I expect a lot of punches and bunches then, man. You got
I don't know. Maybe not, though. With the muscles, I want to make sure I'm pulling up the weigh-in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is her, right? Let me see if I can find it in here. Bing.
Be honest, I haven't seen none of them fight.
Yeah, me neither.
Can't say I have, but they have undefeated records.
This is all publicity. Oh, wait. Is Cheney on this card with the freak?
Cheney?
They just had a highlight of Cheney right there. Let me see this. Oh, here she go. Damn. So, yeah, she looked like she work out and like she's a little heavy in terms of muscular. What do you think?
No, I haven't really gotten a chance to see it. You got it up on the
yeah. You know, you got to give it that
15. Yo, I'm excited about Edgar facing Eric Moon though.
We didn't even get to that yet. Like he also on this card. He's also on this card. So actually, this is a perfect way of showing you the entire card. We'll start from the beginning. And the main event is obviously Oscar Valdez, 130-pound division. Oscar came in at 129. And he's 5'6". His opponent, Jason Velez, who's a known dude. This is a decent fight. And Valdez, I'm going to be real, I never thought highly of him. So this is actually a very decent fight because Velez's last fight was dog tight, right? Like, If you Google Velez for me while I keep going with the card, I bet you he fought somebody that we really liked this last fight. Now, but this is the face-off. He's obviously way bigger. You know, got a new tattoo. That looks like what, a fish? Koi fish? Big.
Yeah, it might be one of those koi fishes. Who are you big on from the guys he's fought? Juan Manuel Lopez?
What was the last? No, Jason Velez.
Yes, no, he fought Juan Manuel Lopez, but in 2018, his last 3 fights before.
He ain't fight Juan Manuel Lopez, bro. You're reading wrong.
Jason Velez, right? Who's fighting Oscar Valdez, fought Juan Manuel Lopez in 2018.
Oh, Juan Manuel. You're saying Juan Manuel, and my brain automatically adds Marquez.
Marquez, yeah, I knew it. I'm like, no.
Let me give, I got to stop you mid-sentence, give Intrigue's boomerang. What up, champ?
Man, all I'm saying is, man, Thurman deserves that show, bro. And that's all I'm saying, man. Spence called him out on some BS before, and now he in the same shoes, and he doing the same thing that he said was wrong. So, you know what I mean? And Thurman, yeah, you're right. He don't need to get a Spence fight, but, man, we already know Al about to set up Thurman and Spence. That's why it's a no-brainer to have that show. Thurman going to have a tune-up, and then they're going to set him up with Spence. That's just what's going to happen, bro. Spence ain't fighting Crawford before he fight Thurman.
If that's true, then what you mad for? That means your guy's getting his shot.
No. I'm just talking about what he's talking about. Everybody else talking about it. So that's all I'm saying, man. Don't hate on Thurman. Don't go to the dark side, bro. That's all I got to say.
Thurman is my guy, but you know we can't be like JD and just root blindly like my man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get that win. We want him to get that win over the 40-year-old Pacquiao, but. Back to the Velez and Oscar Valdez main event. It was sexy main event. Remember, Chris Colbert wanted to fight Velez. But who did Velez last fight, you said, brother?
Jaime Arboleda.
Exactly. Is he from Panama or DR?
This guy gotta be from Panama.
Exactly.
Yeah, Panama.
He's trained by Herman Salcido. That was a dog fight. Arboleda barely got out of that. Would they give him, a draw or robbery win?
Split decision on that belt.
Exactly. Barely got out. Jason looked good. Bruh, before that fight, I was counting Jason out. I thought he was done because he's pretty much lost every big fight.
Well, he lost to Jaime Arboleda.
I know, but the argument is maybe he should have. That's the point.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that one.
Yeah,
so.
Your earphones suck, man.
No, I didn't catch
Barbie,
that.
if you listen, get him a freaking set of headphones over there.
I didn't catch that fight. Every one, every two. No,
so the next one is then we got Edgar Berlanga. Puerto Rico, stand up. It's time to check out your peoples. That's right. Toma. Yo, so Berlanga, actually 10 pounds above his weight, but I get it. There's no fight, so he's weighing at 169. Eric Moon, we about to Google Eric Moon because I know Eric Moon.
Man.
This dude, I think, is a journeyman. I hope they ain't stepping my mans in them up too fast here.
No, they stepping them up. This is a step up.
I don't know
if
this is the same one. Let me see. Mike Guy. I only know Rob Guy. I don't know Mike Guy. And then Christopher. Okay, Christopher. Oh, he beat Christopher Booker. Uh-oh. And I don't know who Merrily Nerls Zoltan is, but he lost to him by KO.
Simon Hardy from Guyana.
So, all right. I mean, I don't know my guy. Oh, I don't know. I mean, he beat Booker. That's impressive. You know, Booker's a tough-nosed journeyman, you know, and that was, 2018? All right. Let's see. Berlanga. This dude's been stopped one time. Now, the good thing is, Berlanga is a KO artist. He's 13-0, 13 KOs. So hopefully he can keep that streak. This is not bad opposition. These are developmental fights. You know, he's 16 in the world, 57 on BoxRec. So, you know, they're taking their time with it, which they should. This is a COVID fight, remember. But Yo, my man is in shape. He's trained by Andre Rozier, same dude that made the middleweight champ, 2-time middleweight champ, in Daniel Jacobs.
Crazy, right? You go to Edgar's box rec and it's 13 bouts, 13 rounds.
Yeah. All first rounders, bro. So this is the other card, and this is who we led off with. Kim Cavell versus Natalie Gonzalez. So yeah, you know. But I think she looks a little too muscular. Look at her thighs and her biceps. When I seen this, what? Look at Natalie. Natalie's more
the
boxer.
girl on the left, which I'm thinking is Clavell.
Yeah.
Her thighs are bigger than the other one.
But that's what I'm saying. The one on the left is Clavell. Her thighs are bigger than Natalie, which is Clavell is the one that looks more like a bodybuilder. Look at her upper body.
Nah, she looks like she got some good legs.
Legs, arms, shoulders, no?
Yeah, nah, she's built strong. I mean, the other one, look, you know how it is, man. Not everybody can have the big legs, the big calves, and all that. I know I'm not the one with the huge quads and all that other stuff. So maybe it's just a matter of physiology. The other girl, however, she looking strong. Natalie's looking real strong, in shape.
Boxing
but
strong.
obviously, it's a big difference in the leg department, I guess you could say.
Yo, shout out
she
to
do
my
got
man.
compressor shorts though.
Shout out to my man. Moving on, Elvis Rodriguez weighing in at 141. That's a pound, 0.8 ounces away from 140 pounds, which is where he will campaign for a title when the time comes.
Yo, shout out to DBX on the super chat.
Just
Says,
showing
Ness,
you the
check
discipline.
the betting lines. We got odds over here.
On what? On what?
Oh no.
On what? On Dog Bay?
Yo, T Bonafide says, send in some quick super chat love. Appreciate that, Champy. But yo, you big on Elvis Rodriguez.
Nah,
you think that?
nah. I'm hyping him. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm hyping him. I'm watching the development with Chai. It's not like I know any secrets, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But all the right signs. Making weight, training, not being a typical Dominican, left his hometown. He don't just come for training camps. He live in America. He training with Freddie. He got a manager with a good head on his shoulders, keeping him in the ring, you know, and keeping him busy. He's with Top Rank. You know, look, all the signs are there. Can he end up being another Carlos Adames, which we haven't seen since he lost to Patrick Teixeira? Absolutely. You know, people are questioning whether Adames is even coming back. You know, sometimes, you know, you need a sports psychologist to bounce back from defeat. But, yo, we went long enough. Name is Ness. I'm out. Bless. We going to definitely do a live chat, fight chat, you know. So shout out to our Patreons that right now we're going through a transitional phase, obviously, with Top Rank taking over our Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're kind of jerking out our Patreons, but hopefully you guys are supplementing with the live fight chat and are enjoying it. I'm intrigued in these fights. Don't forget we got The Zone on Friday with Samuel Vargas and Ortiz. So that's some more good boxing there so we can all watch. Yeah, man. Next GTO, you know,
Chim. You can catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ. Same handle on TikTok. Twitter's AlexLinusTBV. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. If you haven't hit it, you won't know when we're going live. We're going live all day, every day. And if you look to the left of that bell, there's a little rectangular box. It says subscribe on it. It should have a D at the end. Click that. And welcome to the family. And yeah, man, today's chat, a fight live chat. So tune in. We got looks like Top Rank's getting better. The cars are starting to look better. The competition's starting to look better. The names are starting to look better.
Well, they are also getting a lot of backlash. If you look, there was a few negative.
I read the articles. I don't want to stick to that. I think that we're doing pretty.
Me neither, because I understand the time. That's why I'm not. You know, typically if boxing wouldn't have went through this, we do report on bad numbers, but I'm not going to highlight Top Rank not doing successful numbers when they're giving us what we want, and they're the only ones giving us what we want. Like, you know, I'm not going to do any pieces on that. I'm trying to help them build it.
Absolutely. And even though some of it was true, because obviously in the beginning and in the trailblazing of this pandemic, there had to be some test runs.
Bro.
And
Betting sucks over here, man.
Yeah, you got to understand it. If you don't understand it, you just want to be hard-headed and you just want to pout and shout. If honest, fact of the matter is that we've gone through a hell of a change in life, not only in the sport of boxing, but in life in general. So, I think that we're adjusting just fine, and it's going to get better. That's all we can hope for. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And this card looks better. So I'm going to keep going with the half cup full theory or way of life.
Yo,
and see you tonight, man.
They
Definitely.
don't want Americans. They don't want Americans to bet. First of all, one website doesn't even have anything but the main event. And I'm only checking Carlito and DBX, both Patreons, and they talking about betting. And then FanDuel has 2 fights, main event, co-main event. But they both like crazy underdogs, or rather favorites. Now, Jason Velez at a plus 1,120 money line, that must be a typo. I almost feel like dropping money on that. Has anyone in their mom ever seen someone that Jason Velez should not be that much, bro? Like, yo, DBX and Carlito, which I got Jason Velez as, plus what? Jesus, bro, that's huge. Now, for everybody that doesn't understand why I'm so excited, remember that I had gave y'all a tip one time on the betting show about a mistake they made. What was the name of the fighter?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. You talked about that for a week.
Patrick Day. Patrick Day. They had Patrick Day a plus 1,400 by mistake, bro.
Yeah.
We all bet on that and got money. I wish I would have had more balls back then, bro. For real. But they still ain't update me. I guess we're going to roll out because, yo, wow, plus 1,120. That's crazy money. Yo, that's crazy money, bro.
How much is that exactly?
Bro, crazy. Look,
Leave it at that.
If you bet 100, you make 1,120 on Velez. You understand what I'm saying? That is insane. Yeah. That is insane, bro. That's got to be wrong. Bro, I'm waiting for these dudes. Come on, man. Let me know. DB, Velez 750 in the UK. See? Oh, Carlito got him as a 10-1, but I still got 120 more than y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is a mistake. Whoever believes in Velez better jump on it and send me a super chat. I'm out.
Damn.